and understand what giving is about. So I want to encourage you all, those who can volunteer, get out of your house and volunteer. Those who have supplies that can be donated, this is the time. Those who can offer their skills and expertise to help in this rebuilding effort, this is your opportunity, this is your platform. One family, one community, one Jamaica.
Persons needing assistance should reach out to the ministry's parish offices or its customer contact care at 876-922-8000 to 13. That's it for today's feature. On behalf of producer Cheryl Johnson Hamilton, thanks for listening. I'm Warren Bertram.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is...
It's 2 minutes after 9.
You're inside the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. It is Thursday. We made it over hump day. We're now into Thursday. We're on cruising to the end of the week. It's Thursday, July 11, 2023. Why am I going back in time? It's 2024. We are alive and well, and for that we give God thanks. Good morning to you. If you're listening on the 90 FM band, 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9, thank you so much for joining us on your radio. We appreciate your company there. Those who still have to be listening to their radios because they have no electricity, our hearts, trust me, go out. But thank you so much for joining us. If you've taken the time to join us on Nationwide 90 FM, we appreciate you. If you're listening and watching on YouTube, good morning to you. Our YouTube channel is Nationwide 90 FM Live. It's Nationwide 90 FM LIVE. If you have not yet subscribed, please go over there. Click the subscribe button. Also click the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we go live or whenever we post a video. And of course, like this video if you've found us. SH is first in the YouTube chat. Good this morning. Good morning to you, SH. Anne Marie, good morning to you. Gariva Parrot, good morning to you. Albert Morgan, morning. I see Heslop, good morning to you. Cheyenne Atkinson, did I say Cheyenne Atkinson already? Good morning to you, Cheyenne. Herman, good morning to you. Marigold Weber, good morning to you as well. And all the others over there on YouTube, good morning to you. If you're listening from our mobile app, which is available for free on the Google Play and the Apple App Store, good morning to you. And those on our website, the Listen Now option there, good morning to you as well. Thank you so much for making it Nationwide 90 FM. This Thursday morning, inside the Consumer Hour, we'll be taking your calls. We're opening the phone lines for you if you have any consumer-related matters. You can give us a call. The numbers to call 876-630-9371 to 4 or 618-8255. So it's 876-630-9371. That's 630-9371. There's also 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255. Those are the numbers for you to call if you have any consumer related matters. I know many of them may have to do with water and electricity at this time, and I'm just checking social media to see if I can find the latest update from NWC and JPS in case any person calls regarding water. I know slowly but surely more sections of the island are being restored with electricity and water. Some of them still hindered, and some of the areas, the water, the absence of the water is connected to the absence of electricity, because there's no electricity to power the pumps, and so the water cannot start flowing. So we know that as JPS continues to work, the water supply will be restored for many areas. The latest update I'm seeing on social media from JPS was yesterday, where they noted that they are working in quite a number of areas. Right, so that this update was yesterday. I'm scrolling to see if I'm seeing any other update. The latest one I am seeing indeed is yesterday. All right, so and of course JPS is also warning you that at this time, this is not the time for illegal connections. This is not the time to try to hook up something yourself, especially because a lot of the lines are already down, and as JPS works, you might mess up something if you try to. Well, not might, you will. So no bother with the try hook up or try no bother with that. No bother with that. Just allow JPS to do their work, please. All right. So just to remind you that we are taking your calls. The numbers to call 876-630-9371 or 618-8255. If you're having any consumer related matters, then you can give us a call, and I'll just inform you of the areas that I'm seeing that JPS announced yesterday that they would be working in. And the note before I read these areas, some of the communities they're working on that are listed, only some customers will be restored. So this was yesterday. And the delay may be due to the extent of damage in some areas, weather conditions, or safety concerns. So the areas I'm about to list, these were the areas JPS said they were working on yesterday, and this release came at 9 yesterday. So it's about 24 hours. So some of these areas should be restored by now. In St. Thomas, it's sections of Landowy to Windsor Forest, Port Morant to Bath, Golden Grove to Rocky Point, Cedar Valley to, is this Penline Castle, Spring Garden Bottom, Arcadia, Bowden, Springbank, Castle Hill, New Road, Bath Fountain Road, Beacon Hill, Mansfield, Panton Town, Grosset, Ailes Valley, Cambridge Hill, Logwood Peace, Goat Ridge, Riverhead, Ward River, New England NWC Pump, Cabbage Hill Communication Tower. All right, so those are the areas in St. Thomas that JPS worked on yesterday. In St. Mary, sections of Upton, Exchange, Retreat to Charlestown, Richmond area, Guys Hill, Whitehall, Eden Hill, Kidland, Rio Nuevo Resort, Canoe Pond to Airy Hill, Broadgate, Quebec, Bellevue to Lucky Hill, Three Hills to Industry Pen. Those are the areas in St. Thomas. And please note again that this was released yesterday. So this is about 24 hours. This came out 24 hours ago. It was released at 9 o'clock. And so some of these areas would have been restored already. In Portland, sections of Zion Hill, Port Antonio, Flat Grass, Hector's River to Rowlands Field, Grange Hill, Rural Hill to St. Margaret's Bay to Coppers Hill, Hope Bay Valley, Buff Bay Valley, Kent to Millbank. In Kingston and St. Andrew, sections of Newcastle, Greenwich, Golden Spring to Mount James, Mavis Bank, Cavaliers Road, Unity, Border, Woodford, Holt Road, is this Dudney Road, Wairua Road, Lindo's Gap, Golden Spring to Mount James, Glengoff, Mizpah Road, August Town, Mavis Bank Road to Mavis Bank Square, Lower Irish Town, Mammy River Road, off Gordon Town Road, Norman Terrace, Skyline Drive, Nuts River, Somerset, Moffat, Hilltop. Right, so those are the areas in Kingston and St. Andrew. In St. Catherine, sections of Spanish Town Bypass, 4th Street, Linstead, Riversdale Main Road, Heartlands Main Road, Port Esquivel, Abbey Gardens, St. John's, Lourdes Vale, Amity Hall, Point Hill, Wandabolas, Gordon Hill, Dintil NWC Plant, Twickenham Police Academy, Avery Sewage Plant, St. John's, and we said Lourdesville already. St. Anne, sections of Top Road, Brownstown to Alexandria, New Banks to Liberty, Monigue, Riverhead, Friendship to Alexandria. In Clarendon, sections of Morgan's Pass, Colonel's Ridge, Brandon Hill, Kellits, Laneltown, Monymusk, Four Paths, Victoria, St. Jago Road, Duke Street, Comfort Road, Clarendon Park, Hayes, Cornpeace, Raymond's Housing Scheme, Johnson's Funeral Home, and Muirhead Avenue. In Manchester, we have sections of Woodlawn Road to Georges Valley, Pigeon Grove, Greenvale Housing Scheme, McKinley, Hopetoun Development, Baptist Road, Hopetoun from Wagon Wheel, Greenvale Road, Kingsland, Hatfield, Caledonia Road, New Green, Ingleside, Upper Mount Nelson, Manchester Road, Balvenie, Bloomfield Street, Greyground, Williamsfield, Porus, Patrick Road, Clarkstown, Brumalia Road, Porus to Berrydale District, Chevry, Kingsland NWC Pump, Spurtree Gas Station. These are areas that these areas they were working on yesterday. So sections of these areas would have electricity now, because this release was yesterday and this is the latest one I'm seeing. So this was yesterday, and JPS said they were working on these areas. So some of these areas would have electricity, and if not, of course, throughout today, then they may be restored. In Hanover, we have sections of Sandy Bay, Blackgate, Haddington, and High Level Road. In Westmoreland, Landilo to Nonpareil, Shrewsbury to Roaring River, Whithorn to Macfield. In St. James, sections of Montego Hills, Irwindale, Orange, King Street, Chelsea Irving, Cambridge, Copperwood, Kensington, Point, and Cotton Tree. And in Trelawney, we have Douanvale, Zion Road, Greenside, Ulster Spring, and Alps. So these areas, JPS, they said they were working on those areas yesterday. And of course, into today, they will continue their work. Of course, we've heard already that St. Elizabeth right now is a special case. And while they've restored electricity to some sections of St. Elizabeth, just a small percentage, of course, you can imagine the damage in St. Elizabeth is much greater than any other parish. And so it will take some more time for St. Elizabeth to be restored fully. We're up on a commercial break. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll take your calls. If you have any other questions and you're unable to call, you can leave them on YouTube.
Decorate and redecorate your space with water-resistant, colorful, and fast-drying paints from EdgeChem Paints. The time by EdgeChem Paints, changing lives 1 gallon at a time, is...
It's 9:16.
Sweet Jamaica is now on the move. All roads lead to the Jamaica College Auditorium this Saturday, July 13, for the Jamaica Festival Song Results Show starting at 8:30 p.m. 10 finalists, 10 great songs, but there can only be one winner. The Jamaica Festival Song Results Show, Jamaica College Auditorium, Saturday, July 13, 8:30 p.m. Admission free. Festival nice again.
The following hurricane tip is brought to you by Weather Shield Limited. Report broken sewer or water mains directly to the Parish Council, the Public Works Department, or Water Resources Authority of your area. The preceding hurricane tip was brought to you by Weather Shield Limited. Telephone 876-956-5286.
Sizzling savings at Hilo.
Hilo said the savings hot. Sizzling savings, have it from a lock. The price is nice and the price is hot. Buy now at Hilo.
This summer, enjoy Hilo's sizzling saving. Buy any 6 different Hilo branded products, then write your name and contact number on the back of the receipt and put it in the drop box for your chance to win up to $100,000 in Hilo cash vouchers. Promotion running from June 18th to July 23rd. So get to Hilo today and enjoy the sizzling savings.
Contact Shandor Services Limited for all your crane operating needs and technical advice on high-up cranes and spare parts. Visit them at Balmore Land, Gregory Park, St. Catherine. Contact 876-381-4461 or 876-671-9699. They're open Mondays to Saturdays where they're ready to serve you. Good morning, good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton, and we are taking your calls this morning. The numbers to call, 876-630-9371, and that goes up to 4, so that's 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255. Those are the numbers to call if you have any consumer related matters. I just went through a list, the latest list I'm seeing from JPS of the communities they were working on yesterday, and I assume throughout the day today they will continue work on some of these areas. And before I go to the NWC list, because they also put out a list on social media, there's a little bit more recent, 17 hours ago, they released this one. Still yesterday, but they released it a little bit later than the JPS list. Before I go to the NWC list that I'm seeing there, I am thinking, and I saw it somewhere on social media. I don't remember who posted it, but that sometime after this, when things are settled, JPS can maybe launch a campaign or an education campaign to inform customers, Jamaicans in general, on how their grid works. Because I'm seeing a lot of the neighboring community has electricity, or my neighbor behind me has light and I don't have any, and us along the stretch here don't have any, and the people across the road have, and there's a lot of that. But it's very possible that you're not on the same line, you're not on the same grid, you're not on the same system. I don't know the right word to use, which is why I used all those words. So maybe JPS, and maybe we can use the program we have here on Fridays with JPS to help to inform you of how the grid works and how, communities are connected, and how it could very well be that you on this side of the road are on a different system than your neighbors across the road, because it's very possible. So we may need to help Jamaicans to understand how that works and how JPS connects the electricity across the island. So maybe we can use our program here, the circuit. I'm seeing somebody informing me on YouTube. Thank you so much. How the circuit is connected. All right. So somebody asking where I can find the list. All right. So I found that list on Instagram. I believe JPS releases their information across all social media platforms. So Instagram, Facebook, and probably on Twitter as well, X. It's now called. So if you want to see that, just to let you know though, that list I just read, it's 24 hours old, but it's the latest one I'm seeing from JPS. I assume by as the day goes on today that they will give us an updated list. So I have a caller on the line. I am going to go to the call and then I'll do the latest NWC listing I'm seeing. Dwayne, good morning.
Good morning. I hear you pondering and I don't know if you're pondering or what, or you're guessing or what, but remember that on Friday morning, the lady from, what's your name again? From JPS.
Winsome Audrey.
Give some detailed understanding as it relates to. Remember, she was telling you that when you have a hurricane, or any disaster, you would have installed emergency areas, like essential areas like hospital, station, all these places first.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said that you can live on a avenue, but depending across the road, you could be on a different grid. So, for instance, if you are attached to the public hospital, you might get by your life.
Right.
While the other person may just touch to the normal communities.
Yeah, man.
Not that is important, but they are putting on essential service first.
Right.
So I can a little bit alarmed because I think that JPS has been doing a good work. And in terms of a hurricane, I was saying yesterday, she make a point in one of the Friday questions where she talk about when the light goes, the current is no friend with water.
Right.
So it would be imbecilic for JPS to put on that light not knowing what is going on and people could get killed and electrocuted and we get one of the
right.
answers.
Of course.
So the question that we asked, and that's why JPS is on the line trying to help us to understand these things.
Yes.
So I don't think Jamaicans should be one of the I want to choose my use carefully. I don't think Jamaica should be one of those persons like guns to the law as it relates
uninformed.
Uninformed.
Right, but let me tell you what it is though, Dwayne. And while we know, I don't know if you lose electricity for any extended period. You didn't. All right. So let me tell you what it is. Let me tell you what it is though. It is, of course, we know that JPS must do their checks. They must assess the situation before them turn on back the light. They must do everything like that. But let me tell you what it is doing. You see, after a while, but just think about when light ever go at your house for any extended period. You see, after a while, as I hear George said it in our production meeting yesterday, you see, after 24 hours, after 24 hours and you not have no light, the things them in your fridge, them are defrost now, and you are at a point where the night is hot, frustration take over. And it's natural. It's natural for us to be frustrated. And that is why I understand. Because remember, it's not just 24 hours for some, some people are without electricity from Beryl to today, which is a week and a day.
I know.
That's 8 days.
Do you remember we got a little joke our side, so to speak. When was last year, when Facebook went down for about 5 hours.
Yes, man. Facebook and WhatsApp.
WhatsApp?
Yes.
So we get a little indication that look here, primitive lifestyle is not over. And so we must get accustomed to these things because when remember we just start this series, the the hurricane season,
Yeah.
We don't know what we might transfer everything now and the 31st.
I keep saying that as well.
And what if something to come like Gilbert when we have to give it 3 months before we see light? I'm understanding it, Don't get me wrong. I'm understanding it, and I'm prepared. I was prepared that if it is that we're going to have to wait for a month or two, then I set myself for that. Because you must not do away with the manual. That's what we want back to the lamp turns, the triangles, the cursing knife. Why do you think we go back there? Because we have a notion. We have something in our mind that tells us that just in case we don't get no light for a month or two, we will have that at the same time. But I'm not putting out the fact that people go through these schools. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that. Remember,
we were told, we were informed.
At the same time, and it's
yeah, man.
And the people who are working are individuals like me and you who have to go home and sleep and get up and go to work just like me and you, and they have families too. So we have to put all that into the mix.
Thank you so much for that, Dwayne.
Saying that you don't understand. I understand how they are feeling. But remember what we have learned. And why final thing? It comes like a test, We get all of the info, but when the test comes, sometimes we don't remember.
That is true. Everything you learn goes out the window because the situation hit you hard. Yeah, that's true.
It come back to your memory. So I understand.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for calling, Dwayne. Yes. And I, listeners, I'm very careful how I talk about this light situation, because if you have light, some people don't really want to hear nothing from you, If you have light in your yard, you come and work and sit down in the AC, people don't really want to hear nothing from you. Because them yard in the darkness and heat. So I'm very careful how I talk about this light situation. With mosquito pantapite. So but Dwayne is right. We were informed of what could happen and how we should operate in this time. But no matter how much ice it did freeze up, eventually, by now, the ice would have melt out. You have to drink what melt out as water. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. People have businesses that them sell meat. Like, what do you do with all of that? And you're in a community where it's not like nobody can come buy it from you because them not a light either. So there's a lot to consider in this time. And let us just be mindful. I saw the Prime Minister, when he did his tour, he met up with a vendor who she did, I believe he was Conk, and she said to him that I have how much pounds right here, and I do have nothing. I'll just have it in this igloo right here, and if I don't sell it off, it'll go spoil for me. And he put it out there on his social media, and many people came and purchased it from her. So, it's little things like that. If you know somebody who have chicken and the chicken them are defrost, maybe you can patronize them and buy a chicken from them, or just help them out. If you know of these cases, just help where you can. All right. We're up on the break. Yes. So we're going to take a break and come back with more.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers provides quality insurance coverage and risk management services. The time by Spectrum Insurance Brokers Limited, setting the industry standards, is...
It's 9:30.
Presenting another finalist in the 2024 Jamaica Festival Song Competition.
Hi Jamaica, this is Orion. My song is called Proud Jamaica.
When I look and see the land, when I look and see the sun, I am a proud Jamaican. Yes, I am a proud Jamaican. When I look and see my people,
Jamaica Festival 2024.
Live exquisite this year with new arrival black and chrome fixtures for your home at Unique Living. Select from a wide variety of rain shower systems, fabulous faucets, and stylish sinks to suit your kitchen and bathrooms. Get uncompromised quality and style unique to you. Shop everything new at Unique Living, Jamaica's leading shower and faucets provider. Visit shop number 6, 30 Dunrobin Avenue, Kingston 10, or call 876-755-3661 to 2.
When last you get good bun, you don't know good bun until you have a mother's bakery bun. From you pull open the wrapper and it's soft so till. A so bun for nice. And from when you take the first bite, love it so till. A so bun for nice. Beg your piece.
Get your own mother's bakery bun.
I will buy one off you.
Yes, but I will charge a convenience fee.
I will take one.
Me too. Mother's bakery buns. A so bun for nice. Try them today.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton, and we are taking your calls this morning. The numbers to call 876-630-9371. That goes up to 4 and 618-8255. We have a caller on the line. Keisha, good morning. Morning, Keisha.
How are you doing?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing fine myself.
Good.
Good morning, Jamaica. Laura, just a little thing I want to point out. It has to do with the part. What do you call them here? So Minister of Labor?
Yes, Minister of Labor and Social Security, yes.
So, Laura, I've assisted quite two small group of people, some senior citizens and a small group of persons with disabilities. Those are my little communities, right?
Yes.
So whenever time persons supposed to, get their part benefits, I would ask a couple of my friends if I could volunteer to assist this person to the post office or assist them in and around the downtown area.
Okay.
But what I realized, especially last week, Monday, one of the persons, she normally got her part at a post office.
Yes.
So she said when she went there Friday, they tell her there was nothing there for her. So she went back last Monday to the same post office. When she went back, they told her nothing was there for her. She said the security guard at the post office told her, why don't you check JN, right?
JN?
Right.
As in the bank?
No, because she said when she got it at the post office, she should normally go to the JN bank to change the check.
Okay.
But the security guard at the post office told her to take JN, which is the remittance place.
Okay.
So she called me and then she said it to me, say, I went back again because remember, if people them who may have to volunteer and it's their lunch time, their lunch break, they're gonna take to assist some of these persons. So me have to communicate back to the individuals who I wanted to volunteer to assist these persons. When she called me, she was at the post office and she said to me, Keisha, I came back and there's nothing here. But the security guard here told me to check J. And I said, why don't you call at the post office to find out what is going on?
Right.
So anyway, she didn't have any credits. I said I would do a 3-way call for her. I tried. It took me quite a long time to get through. When she got through, they told her to go to the J in remittance place. They didn't specifically say like one up this or one down this, so they just said to go to a JN money shop, right?
Okay.
That they use.
Right.
Although me myself don't know the difference between JN money and whatever it be,
Yeah, man.
So I called the person who was in the downtown Kingston and I said, listen, meet the person at X place. She talked to somebody there and they told her to go to the JN remittance list. So the person took the person to the JN, which is a course, because course don't have a JN in there. When they went there, they said, no, they don't do part payment there. They have to go to another one. So she assists the person, this is a blind person, So he assists the person to that location. When he got there was a long line from upstairs, he said, straight almost in the road. That's how long the line was. So when he got up there, they told her that they don't saw her name on the system. So he was a bit confused now because his lunchtime is running out and he needs to get back to work. So I said, so what they said, instead they said he must have to go to a paymaster somewhere down Port Royal Street in a little lane turn off, something like that, you know? So he went down there. When he went down there, because it took quite a while, you know, when he got there, the person got through. So I'm saying, because this is not the first I heard something like this first 2 minutes, I'm saying that why is it that there's not a text message that come to these individuals?
So hold on, before you move on, it was at the Paymaster at Port Royal Street?
Yes, she got
jeez. So where is the information for this person to say your thing must be collected at this place instead of the post office that you usually go to?
I don't know. That I can't say no. And this is the thing that I'm saying. If it could be some kind of communication, whether it by a text message or by a phone call or something, so you can be specific, because you know, let me tell you, a lot of these people, you know, they have to get volunteers, and some of these volunteers,
right, they need assistance, yes.
And it almost take about 3.5 hours for the person to get around with this individual.
So hold on, Keisha. This is the first time her pension was not at the post office?
Right, because the last time that she got it, the person assisted her to the post office and assisted her to the JN Bank on Duke Street, and that's where she changed it. But when she went back this time, last week, she said she went back first Friday and there was no money at the post office. And so she went back Monday and there was none there. So that's when the security guard told her she needs to check it.
Does she have a bank account with any of the banks?
You know, no, honestly, that I don't know.
Because you remember that they can, and I believe it's much easier to just get your pension directly to your account.
But that was what I thought. But from most of the person, or all of the persons, I have about 13 blind person and about 7 senior citizens that I get assistance for.
Yes.
And neither of them, they don't got any money in their account.
Right, I understand that, but I'm saying
they did it that way to send it directly to your account, like when you do your NIS and it will come to your account.
Yeah, man, they can do it that way, man. They can do it that way.
Because I think she said when she went there, she made a suggestion of that sort, and they were saying to her, no, you have to go to the post office first, and then whatever happened after happened.
As far as I am aware, and I will take the correction if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You have the option of getting your pension through your account directly.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, man, you should be able to.
None of these persons that I happen to assist, they don't tell me that they get it that way.
No, I mean, they probably don't at this point in time, you know, because a lot of persons still collect through the post office. But I'm saying the option is there for them too.
But maybe the person, them at part, or the social worker, whoever they are, maybe they are the one that should really tell this person that there's an option. And
I mean, if someone has opted to collect it, I guess they're just going with the option that the person chose or the person is comfortable with. But I'm almost sure that you can get directly. So you can suggest it to them so that it can eliminate the back and forth post office and different locations to collect.
Yes. That's true, because especially when you have to deal with persons who are confined to a wheelchair, it's not that easy.
Exactly.
It's not that easy.
Yeah, man. But on the point though that you're making, there should be some communication to say to these people that, hey, your pension, you're not going to collect at the post office today. Please go to the MoneyGram or wherever on Port Royal Street to collect, so that they can know you have the people them all over the place and walk up and down, just to trying to find a little pension.
When she spoke to the person told her she should go to the JN Money Shop. I was on there. What's a JN Money Shop? And she said, oh, it's a remittance.
Yes, it's one of the remittance.
Yes, because I heard remittance. I communicate that with the gentleman, and he said, okay, he know where JN is at Courts downtown. So he took the lady there. When she went there, they said, no, they don't do part payout there. They have to go to a next one. They at Court direct them to a next place. He said when he got here, there was this long line and they had to wait for a long time. And when they got there, they said that her name is not on the system, so might be that to check the paymaster somewhere in Port Royal Street. I don't know exactly that is. So they say when they got there, you know, but I'm saying that, you know, all of that could have eliminated it.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. A quick message to the person to say, please collect your pension here and not here, as you usually do.
Yes. Because my time, I get questions to volunteering, but my time these things, and I turn them off, you know?
Yeah.
All people, they definitely need the help.
Yeah. Well, Keisha, thank you so much for all that you do, and I hope this doesn't discourage you from continuing to help these people.
Because myself is blinding to me. The difference is that I have good friends and family members.
Yeah.
You know, and I have my kids, so I can't get whatever assistance. But for them, I definitely have to look out for them because I'm doing this for over 20 years, you know. So
that's amazing, Keisha.
You're welcome.
Yeah, man. You take care now, and all the best to you. All right? Bye-bye. Yeah, man. Boy, I don't know. And I keep saying it. The communication I beat with bad. The communication, the communication I beat with bad, man. It a beat with bad. We fail to properly communicate with these people. And these are elderly people who it takes a lot for them to get up and go, even for just go at the post office to just collect the little pension, you know. It take a lot. So for her to go to where she know it usually is, it not dead. She went twice. It not dead, and somebody have to assist her because this person is also blind. Somebody have to assist her somewhere where the security say it maybe. You go there, so it not dead there, so. You go somewhere else, it not dead there, so. And somebody else say, you know what? Check around a Port Royal Street, and it's around there. She don't normally go to Port Royal Street. How could she know that she must go around there, so communicate. Jason, good morning.
Morning, how are you doing?
I am not too bad. How are you?
Well, I wish I could say the same. JPS.
No light.
No, 8 days.
Boy. Where are you?
Coming into Bowden Hill off Erie Castle Road.
Where?
Bowden Hill off Erie Castle Road.
I understand that there are some broken poles in the area. Is that so?
No, there is nothing wrong with the pole nor the wire.
Nothing wrong?
I can assure you that. Nothing is wrong with the pole nor the wire.
You drove through the entire community?
No, I'm like a high for JPS in that area. So I'll call them.
But I get a message here from somebody to say broken JPS wires and poles in Bowden Hill, Newcastle, no light since last week.
Yes, man. One of the wires was broken.
So you said nothing never broke.
Hold on, man. During the hurricane, one of the wires was broken.
Yes.
One. That was fixed from Sunday afternoon.
Who fixed it?
JPS fixed it.
Okay.
They told me that I would get like the same afternoon because it's a small issue, no big thing up there. Mm-hmm. And from then until today, Thursday, no light. I called JPS up to yesterday. They're saying they don't see any schedule for about the end to get light. And I don't see nothing physically wrong on the wire, nor the post.
All right.
And I can't get nothing out of JPS.
And I don't want to assume that there is nothing wrong because...
no, I'm saying no. I don't see nothing physically wrong.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to assume that there's nothing else wrong.
Right, so whatever is wrong...
Right.
Could not be that significant that they don't come back soon.
Well, I don't know. But what I'm saying is they should be able to say to you, though, since you are seeing nothing like physically that could prevent the electricity from being restored,
right,
they should be able to say to you then, we should be coming there because they came already. So that means an assessment of the area was already done because they came to fix a wire.
Right.
So they should be able to say that much I can say. They should be able to say when you are where you are on the list, when they will be coming to restore your area.
Well, I spoke to them yesterday, and the agent told me that we don't even on a schedule.
Wow.
So like we've forgotten. And I can't get nothing else out of them.
Well, we'll see.
Thursday, 8 days after the hurricane.
We'll see if we can get anything from JPS for you. That's Bowden Hill, Newcastle, off Newcastle.
No, man. Off Erie Castle Road in Stony Hill.
Off Erie Castle Road in Stony Hill.
So
all right.
The light is a section of Erie Castle Road.
Okay, some sections of Erie Castle Road have electricity.
Yes.
but there's that your area and you're not seeing anything wrong, and they came already to the area.
Yes.
All right. We can see if we can get anything from JPS. They should be giving another update today. The last one we're seeing is from yesterday. So let's see if if Bowden Hill is on that new update, or if we can get anything from JPS for you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. We take a break. When we come back, we take more of your calls and questions from the YouTube chat.
Fill all your prescriptions, get cosmetics and other pharmaceutical items at Mannings Hill Pharmacy, located at 34A Mannings Hill Road, Kingston. Telephone 924-6280. At Mannings Hill Pharmacy, they stock all the hard-to-get medication. The time by Mannings Hill Pharmacy is...
It's 9:46.
The Ultimate Drag Racing Showdown, Automotive Art presents Valvoline Drag Rivals from July 19th to the 21st at Vernon Field in Clarendon. Come witness the Island Boys 7-second civic attempt to reset their own record. Experience the thrilling showdown of supercars, and for the first time, Saturday night racing in a Vernon Field. General admission at 3,000, kids under 12 free all weekend. Valvoline VIP grandstand 6,000. Don't miss this epic weekend of drag racing as cars battle it out for trophies, cash prizes, and Valvoline deal and giveaways. Mark your calendar, you know. July 19th to the 21st, see you there. Race on the track, not on the road.
Jamaica, it's here again. Phosphorage, a super summer sale. July 1 to August 31. Come get your wires, breakers, solar flood lamps, LED bulbs, ceiling fans, and so much more. Call 876-937-5099 or visit us in Kingston, Mandeville, Draxall, and Montego Bay. Up to 60% off this summer. Get your solar panels starting from $17,600. Come shop, come save at Phosphorage Super Summer Sale. July 1 to August 31. See you there at Phosphorage. Open Sundays.
Good morning, good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Nora Gay Banton. We are taking your calls. We have just about 10 minutes or so left in the program. The numbers to call 876-630-9371-4 and 618-8255. Annette, good morning.
Good morning, Nora. I'm calling about my JPS light. I'm living in the Spanish Town area, Mount View Estate to be exact.
Mount View Estate. All right.
That is adjoining the Keystone Community St. Jago area.
Okay.
Nora, the storm went, Beryl went, and I basically have not felt the effect of Beryl, except for the fact that JPS turned off the lights, right? So it went for like 4 days or 3 days. It came back on. I can't plug in my fridge. All I can work is the fan. And there are neighbors around me who are experiencing the same thing. We have all.
So you're experiencing a low voltage issue?
Load shedding. I can only work the fan. I can't press. I can't do nothing. And there are neighbors in the same community. They don't get back any light. And we have all been reporting. Right?
Remember, as I said earlier, depending on where you are on the circuit, on the grid, even though your neighbor has light or people across the road have light, you may be
have light,
right. And as I'm saying, those people may be on a different system that is not connected to yours, and so, but you have a greater challenge here because the electricity returned to your area, but there is low voltage. You are only able to operate your fan.
That's all.
Phone can't charge.
The phone, if you make the mistake and plug in 2 fans, it go down. And we have been reporting. I mean, this is not a great hit here, so we don't see why it is affecting us like that. And the thing is that they know everybody has reported it and we can't live like that. We were not in the. I mean, we sympathize with those who they are working on them, but we know that we have not been hit like that.
Right.
And why are we facing that?
All right. So remind us of the area again.
It's Mount View Estate.
Mount View Estate.
Right. It's the community at Keystone that is off the Sligoville Road.
Mm-hmm.
It's Keystone and Mount View Estate are joining together, and it's terrible. Mm-hmm.
All right. So Mount View Estate, Keystone.
Right.
Those areas are experiencing low voltage.
Low voltage.
The electricity returned, but they are not able to use many of their devices and appliances,
right?
Because the power is not up to task.
Yeah.
So the fan can work, but if you plug in 2 fans, you can't charge the phone. So that's an issue there that JPS will have to come back and address. But just in the meantime, be careful of how you are, plugging in these things and working your devices, because it may cause greater damage when if you try to plug in, multiple things at a time. So just be careful in the meantime, but we'll reach out to JPS and let them know low voltage, electricity return, but there's low voltage in the Mount View and Keystone communities in St. Catherine. All right?
Yes. One more thing, Nora.
Uh-huh.
I'm in the Old Harbour here, and there's a Scotiabank machine.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like the storm hit it too. You can't draw no money, you can't lodge no money, and it's not yesterday, it's from Monday.
From Monday?
You can't do nothing in the machine.
You have the machine number?
It's the only one that is in Old Harbour. It is on South.
The only Scotia machine in Old Harbour?
Across from the police station.
Okay.
You can't do anything. You can't lodge, you can't withdraw. All you can do is check bill.
All right. There's a bank in the area, no?
NCB is there, but for the customer.
There's no Scotia?
There's no Scotia. The bank has been closed, but the machines, and they have 3 machines, and not one of them.
Wow.
You can do anything.
Something may be happening there. So there's the Scotia. Your machines in Old Harbour, right across from the police station. None of them working from Monday. What is the update on that BOJ directive? You remember that BOJ directive what's the percentage of the machines that should be working at all times? We need to do a follow-up on that, because BOJ did give a directive to the banks about these ATMs and the ones that are not working. We should do a follow-up on that. But thank you so much for calling.
Okay, Laura.
Yeah, man, you take care. You take care, Annette. Chris is on the line. Good morning, Chris. Quickly before we go.
Good morning, Bantan.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Mrs. Smith, good morning to you too.
All right.
You guys since the hurricane.
Yes. How did you fare through the hurricane?
Good, Mom.
Good. Everything all right? You have light?
Yes, man. I have water.
I have water. Very good. And none of your community members' roof or nothing like that. Nothing was affected.
No, we're not even think over here.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Sorry. I apologize.
What Big Bantan?
Yes.
My friend buy a Ramic 27,000 for his hurricane. I know the woman killing goats and the goats spoil. Because no light up a Dundee. And I wait for land.
She buy the goat. She kill the goat.
Because she want to keep a little fish fry.
Oh, no.
The hurricane was coming.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
27,000 to pay for it.
27,000?
Yes.
And all of the goat spoil. So she never get for cook none?
No, because the fish fry.
Oh, she did a savage for the fish fry?
It is right.
But when she realized at the time the light now come back, she should have started cooking, man.
No, Miss Bantan, you can't eat so much meat, Miss Bantan.
Yeah, but at least some light wouldn't spoil.
You know,
Boy, I understand still, I understand.
You take a seafood town square and turn up the grass pan in the area there.
Yeah.
So I'm a place there, I didn't place I grew up to. So I asked JPS they help them out. You know, come think when Bridgewater.
Yeah.
Grasp and Dundee.
Boy, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Maybe me feel bad.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But I'm tell you something now.
Mm-hmm.
Since the hurricane blew last week, Wednesday, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
I phoned the phone for one slice I am.
Yeah, you can expect. I hear the Prime Minister warning against this, but if the goods them scarce, you know, it is the natural order of things that going to follow. The price are go up.
You know, forget that. The yam growing at dirt. Rain water, no water can kill yam, can damage yam. Into wicked.
Well, that's a true still, but
if you
don't know. I guess there's gonna be a higher demand for yam now since all the other things them gone, the banana gone, and other things gone, so more people are gonna want yam. So I guess I don't know.
If you know buy banana this week, prepare.
Yeah, man. In about 2 or so weeks, man, there'll be no banana
and
for a while.
The fruit gone up.
Breadfruit, that too, because all breadfruit blow off a tree now. All breadfruit gone.
Planting what we love so much.
Planting too, in about 2 weeks time, no planting now got about.
You put it too far, Mom.
Yeah, well, it's been 1 week since burial, so maybe another week or so.
Well,
but yeah. The yam, I don't know what account for the yam still, because as my technical operator has reminded me, the yam wasn't really affected. So I don't know. I guess it's because is it available? So
all right.
Them do what them do.
Carrot, all of them.
The underground things them shouldn't be affected.
A $400 fiscal. But Miss Banton, Father bless you.
Yeah, man, you too. Thank you so much, Chris.
And my family, because you know my family too, and all the best. Big up yourself. And Mr. King, my condolence, sir.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Chris. Yeah, man, you take care. That's where we're going to leave it for the Consumer Hour this morning. We're going to make way now for Cliff Hughes Online.
That was the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
You're officially invited to the grand opening of Bodyscape Spa and Grooming Club on Friday, July 12 at 1 p.m. Visit 34A Mannings Hill Road or tune in to a special edition of the E-Zone from 1 to 3 p.m. for the celebration, unveiling, and ribbon cutting. Embrace the tropical theme by showing out in your favorite shade of green. Watch the E-Zone tour the spa facilities on our YouTube channel at Nationwide 90 FM Live. The grand opening promises live music, entertainment, exclusive opening day discounts on spa services, and so much more. Let your taste buds dance with catering offered by world-renowned chef Brian Lumley. So don't miss the live and special broadcast of the E-Zone from 1 to 3 p.m. on July 12, 2024. Catch them at 34A Mannings Hill Road, Kingston. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by Bodyscape Spa and Grooming Club.
This time signal is brought to you by the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Jamaica's business ministry.
The time by the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce is
10 o'clock.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255. Or find us on Facebook at Nationwide News Network and follow us on Twitter at Cliff Nationwide. You can also listen to Cliff Hughes online live on the World Wide Web at nationwideradiojm.com or via the Nationwide 90 FM app on your mobile phone. Now, here's your host, Cliff Hughes.
Morning, let's get to work.
Cliff Says is brought to you by Phoenix Vision Center, the best.
Cliff Says, what's on his mind? Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be.
Morning. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Thursday morning, Thursday, July 11. And I want to say a special good morning to the graduates of Chatola Park Primary School. Well, don't date myself. Chatola Park Melnathan Education Center. I have to share with you, listeners. Yesterday, I had the privilege, the happy emotional experience of attending the graduation ceremony for the 11 and 12-year-olds at Chatola Park Melnathan Institute. It was formerly Chatola Park Primary School where I went. And the school came upon hard times. It's in a very gritty part of the capital, the western end of the city. It's on the border of Jonestown and Hannahtown. An area that has suffered from not only earlier, some decades ago, political violence, but later social violence. And as I said, it's a tough, gritty part of the western belt of the corporate area. And the school declined as a result of the social ills in that part of the country. And a decision was made to merge what was the Melnathan Preparatory School run by the United Church of Jamaica, just across the road from, literally across the road from Chatola Park Primary. And they merged in 2018. And that was an excellent decision. It saved the school from facing imminent closure, and the school is beginning to come back. Yes, to come back. And they invited me yesterday to be the guest speaker for the graduating class of 2024 in the same church across the road of the United Church. And let me tell you something. When I walked into the church and sat down, it struck me, looking at the youngsters, that 50 years ago to the month, if not the week, I was there as a 12-year-old boy, going through that ritual, that experience of graduation, my first graduation. And I must tell you, I had quite an emotional experience because it suddenly hit me. I was here 50 years ago to the month, graduating from Chatola Park Primary in July of 1974. Yes, and I remember it very clearly. You were all dressed up in uniform, and it was a big moment for us because you're leaving primary school, you're graduating from primary school, and you're looking forward to going to high school. And it was on a Sunday afternoon. Yeah? And as I saw the little boys and girls there, it took me back and, you reflect on, first of all, how time flies. 50 years, yeah. And I shared it with the youngsters yesterday and their parents. But the other thing about the graduation that really impressed me, the talent that was on display by the 4-year-olds and the 5-year-olds who are leaving the kindergarten school now to go to the primary school. And then the 12-year-olds who are now going off to high school. The valedictorian. Yeah? Amazing. Amazing. And you know what struck me? One, how important it is for us to make sure we get it right in education. How we must get it right and invest in those who are now children, because they are going to be the adults of tomorrow, the future of the country. The other thing is, not because they are from such a tough part of West Kingston, Hannahtown, but right on the border of Hannahtown and Jonestown. William Street separates, West Kingston, the political boundary, from South St. Andrew. Right? And as I said, it's a gritty area of the city, but it has produced so many outstanding Jamaicans. That Western Belt has produced so many outstanding Jamaicans. While I sat in the church yesterday, I was being told that one of our musical greats, Marcia Griffiths, lived right across the road from Chatola Park. And it's countless the number of greats we have produced from West Kingston, South St. Andrew, the entire western belt of the city. Poor people, they don't have a lot in terms of material resources, but they're extraordinarily talented. And as I watch these little 11, 12-year-olds and the little ones going now to primary school, I am reinforced in the belief that, one, we must fight for this country. We must get it right. We must invest in their education. We must invest in their well-being. The parents, predominantly, mothers were there. There were a few fathers. Thankfully, there were a few fathers. But most of the parents were the mothers. Yes? And again, we need to improve and change that. We have too many mothers who are fathering their children. Yeah? The men need to continue to step up. It's getting better in terms of the role of men. And then the teachers. The teachers of Chatola Park Melnathan. Yeah? Let me tell you something. During the graduation yesterday, I heard that from one of the youngsters. There's a night shift. A night shift where there are teachers there who work up until very late in the evening, getting the job done. Yes, getting the job done. And throughout, it lasted for about 2-3 hours yesterday. What was very clear, the teachers, under the leadership of Principal Tamara Steele, Rowe, Mrs. Steele Rowe. Yeah, they're getting it together at Chatola Park. Chatola Park is on its way back. And the teachers are stepping up. The commitment of the teachers was clearly evident. Yeah? One last thing now. Chatola Park has produced so many of us. And frankly, more of us, many, many more of us, need to give some time and resources to the rebirth of the school. Many fled because of the problems in the communities. Yesterday I made sure to walk to take a look at where I spent many days. And one of the things that I recall, as a boy, when it rains, you would race, you'd get these little matches stick and the water running down the road. Yeah? And you put your matches stick and you race and you will your matches stick or fudge stick to win. And as I went into the church, I recall that whenever it rained, right there at the entrance to St. John's United Church, we as boys, especially after school, yeah, and the rain, we're not thinking about getting wet. We're just having fun. Those thoughts came flooding back to me. And there was a house across the road. Yeah? I can't remember the name of the occupant now, but she was a lady who would give us things from time to time. The house is no longer there. Yeah? And I tell you, it was an afternoon that I am very glad that I was invited back to experience and to share. And to say to the parents, especially the parents, I told them yesterday, stay close, very close to your children. Those going off to high school, Yes, and the school is doing so well. They are now getting many of their children getting their first choices, going to top-ranked high schools now. Ardennes, Alpha, KC, to name a few. Yeah, so Chatola Park is back. And I want to say to Principal Tamara Steele-Rowe and Chairman Campbell, yeah, keep it up. And those of us who are former students, past students of Chatola Park, we need to go back there and give some help and time and resources. Yeah? Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
The Time brought to you by the Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport. Fueling growth everywhere is
16 minutes after 10.
Do you live in St. Elizabeth and Manchester? Did you apply for a title under the Systematic Land Registration Program? The National Land Agency will host distribution activities from June to July 2024 for persons who applied for titles under this program. You will need your government-issued ID to collect your title. For more information, contact the National Land Agency at 876-750-5263 or 876-946-5263. The National Land Agency, one goal.
This summer, transform your summer body with the Express Fitness Gym. For just $9,500 on AutoPay, you'll get access to all our locations 24/7. Enjoy free classes, fully air-conditioned facilities, showers, and changing rooms. Plus, our certified trainers are here to help you reach your goals. Visit Express Fitness Gym today. Your goal is our mission. Find a location near you or sign up now at pay.expressfitnessja.com.
Good health starts with proper hydration. Hydrate your body with Hydrate. Hydrate is purified natural water from rocks 110 feet below the ground. You have never tasted water so great, yet so affordable. Yes, taste and experience it for yourself. Water at its best. Hydrate. Available also as purified alkaline water and ultra-purified distilled water. Bottled by LLNSCS Limited, a subsidiary of Max Pharmaceuticals. Call 876-983-6466.
Get ready for graduation with Sammy's Shoes. Expect stylish yet conservative outfits for young men and women. Now available at unbeatable prices. Sammy's has 5 locations across Kingston and St. Catherine. Shop 8 Premier Plaza, Halfway Tree. Shop 66 King Street, Kingston. Shop 23 Boulevard Supercenter, 10 Cumberland Road, Spanish Town. And Shop 5A Sovereign Mall, Portmore. Looking smart shouldn't make you broke. Call Sammy's at 876-433-1519 for more details.
Mark your calendars. The highly anticipated Realign Business and Investment Conference is back. Join us at the AC Hotel Kingston on July 23, 2024, and let's rewrite the future of business together. This year's theme is all about removing the barriers, bringing together investors and entrepreneurs. Hear from the Honorable Michael Lee Chin, Mr. David Mullings, Dr. Marlene Street Forrest, Mr. Anton Edmond, and the Honorable Talia Lynn. Get your tickets now. Register online at entrepreneurs.com/realign or call 876-286-0501.
Cliff Says, what's on his mind? Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose.
19 minutes after 10 o'clock. I'd love to hear from some of the former students at Chatola Park. I see some people in the YouTube saying they're a past student. I'd love to hear from you. Yeah? Let us reminisce about our time at Chatola Park and how we can, play our part now in the rebirth of Chatola Park. It's 20 minutes after 10 o'clock. And I heard you, George Davis. I heard you. Yeah? And Nora Gay Banton. He's all right. He's all right. What I'm saying about hug mama, yeah? Pitney ask him, why you out stay so? And hug mama say, yeah, come. You will see soon. All right, George Davis. Now, Beryl recovery. I heard the Minister of Energy this morning, Darrell Vaz, saying that he will be engaging the Jamaica Public Service Company to see how the company can speed up its operations to restore electricity to its customers in St. Elizabeth. Of course, the JPS has been telling us, and we have seen it, St. Elizabeth got the worst of Beryl. St. Elizabeth, to a lesser extent, Clarendon, Manchester, and Westmoreland. They really got it badly. Yeah? And JPS has been saying it will have to virtually repair all the poles in St. Elizabeth. So they are giving themselves, I think that they should be able to restore much of the electricity to the people of St. Elizabeth in 4 weeks. Well, Minister Vaz, having toured the parish and Clarendon and Manchester on Wednesday, is saying that he wants them to speed it up.
The infrastructure is badly damaged, and I'm glad I got a first-hand view. And that's going to make me have another discussion with JPS in relation to strategies in terms of fast-tracking what is happening to get electricity back. It's not going to be easy, and I don't want anybody to believe that this is going to be an easy road. A coordinated effort with government and private sector, community, and international assistance.
Darrell Vaz, the Minister of Energy. Beryl destroyed more than 200 power lines and poles in St. Elizabeth. In its latest public advisory yesterday, JPS said the restoration of power in the parish could continue up to August. Well, Minister Vaz says JPS will have to provide a plan for the full restoration of power over the next month.
JPS asked Cabinet to give them until Friday to finish their assessment. I have done my own observations. I don't have the technical expertise, but I have common sense, and I can tell you that they will have to show me a plan that can take me to restoration in 4 weeks. Not just telling me about a plan, they'll have to show me, because the level of infrastructure damage that I'm seeing, it is still a big task to be able to get this damage repaired in the timeline that we are speaking about, which is 4 weeks for these areas. I must say that both JPS and the two telcos are working tirelessly.
That's the Energy Minister, Darrell Vaz. At the same time, the Labour and Social Security Minister, Pernell Charles Jr., says his ministry continues to distribute relief supplies to residents of the communities worst affected by Beryl.
The assistance is basically parallel to the impact. So most of the assistance goes to the areas that are most severely impacted, and it is dependent on the type of impact. So you'll find that in St. Elizabeth, for instance, we have the most tarpaulins that have been distributed. And in other places like Southern Clarendon, you might have the most food packages that are distributed because of the situation that they have even before the hurricane. So we do it based on the data, based on the demographic, based on the information received from our social workers as they interact and engage with people on the ground.
That's Minister Pernell Charles Jr. He was speaking on Nationwide at 5. He's urging residents who are in need of relief, help, to contact the Labour and Social Security Ministry.
Please try and contact your Ministry of Labour and Social Security parish office. I know that you may not have phone coverage, but if you can get into a place where there's phone coverage, the number is 876-922-8000-9. And there are several other emergency numbers that are on social media. So I'd ask those persons to try and get somewhere where you can get into coverage and contact us. If that doesn't work, rely on the social worker or the community leader. And we are working with our members of parliament as well. And if members of parliament provide us with information, we funnel that down to our parish managers and try and get our social workers out to do the evaluation and to give support as necessary.
Pernell Charles Jr. At the same time, ODPEM is saying that the damage assessments that is being done, those are now concentrated on the southern parishes. That's a word from ODPEM's Acting Director General, Richard Thompson. Yes? He says the efforts are being directed to the south now, following the completion of assessments in St. Thomas.
Our post-disaster and damage assessment, we started that activity immediately after the passage of Hurricane Beryl, when the all clear was given. The team has gone out into the southern parishes. We extended our assessment from St. Thomas all the way along the southern coastline and also into St. James. We have now completed our activities in St. Thomas, and we are now focusing mainly in the most affected areas. The damage assessment, as I said, is being done along the southern side, and the team is working out of the National Emergency Operations Center, and that is being coordinated in its totality by the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management.
Richard Thompson of ODPEM. They are collaborating with different groups to ensure that the information they gather is accurate.
We also have some international support within the NEOC in terms of the damage assessment, which include the World Food Program, USAID, BHA. We have support from the Jamaica Defense Force and the Jamaica Fire Brigade providing drone support. So we're using all the technologies now that we have at our disposal to ensure that we're getting adequate information to influence our damage assessment. We also did very early after the passage of the aerial reconnaissance assessment, which was supported by the Jamaica Defense Force, and the ODPEM team was a part of that. The areas being assessed are being mapped extensively by our National Emergency GIS Response Team.
That's ODPEM's Acting Director General, Richard Thompson. Well, the National Water Commission, yes? If you are in St. Anne and St. Mary, the Water Commission is telling you this morning that you should expect a regulated schedule for at least the next 5 days. Yes? That regulated schedule took effect yesterday and will continue until this Sunday, July 14. According to the Water Commission, the regulation is to facilitate the clearing of blockages at several water sources. It will also be contributing to the rebuilding of storage tank levels at the Bogue treatment facility in St. Anne. And according to the NWC, if you're a resident of St. Anne and St. Mary, the temporary schedule will see the supply of water to several areas between 5 a.m. and 8 p.m. They're also telling you to expect low water pressure or intermittent supply disruptions during the period. Flow, another of the telecoms, the two major telecoms provider, it is saying that they have restored mobile service to 88% of its regular flow of services. It's now up to 88%. Yeah. Of course, you know, Flow and Digicel have had their problems as a result of Beryl. The other thing we're watching for you this morning, the Collymore murder case. The murder convict, Omar Collymore, and his 3 co-convicts are to be sentenced today. Yes? And of course you may be aware of that really dastardly act of 2018 in which his wife, a businesswoman, Simone Campbell Collymore, and her taxi driver, Winston Walters, were slaughtered. Yes? And the court found that Collymore orchestrated it. Yes? He was found guilty on the 15th of May this year in the Supreme Court. Mrs. Collymore and Mr. Walters were shot and killed on January 2, 2018 at the entrance to her apartment complex on Stanley Terrace in Red Hills in St. Andrew. And I said slaughtered because Simone was shot 19 times while Mr. Walters was shot 5 times. He wanted her dead. Her husband, Omar Collymore. It was a hit. He was tried for 2 counts of murder and 1 count of conspiracy to murder, along with Michael Adams, Dwayne Pink, and Shaquilla Edwards. Yeah. A 7-member jury found them guilty. Collymore, Pink, and Adams were each found guilty of both murders and conspiracy to murder. Edwards was found not guilty of murder. However, he was found guilty of conspiracy to murder. And the matter is expected to have begun half an hour ago. Yes? We have a reporter in court, so soon as we are able to give you the latest from the court, we will be doing so. The St. James Police are also reporting that the prime suspect in a triple murder on Tuesday in Montego Bay is now in their custody. According to the police, he turned himself in at the Falmouth Police yesterday afternoon. In addition to being a person of interest in a triple murder, the head of the St. James Police Superintendent, Aaron Samuels, says a man identified as John Lee Roach is wanted for several offenses. Yes, Mr. Roach, my operator went to sleep on me. Yes.
We were informed this afternoon that John Lee Roach turned himself in to the Falmouth Police Station, and he is a person of interest in that triple murder. Also, he is wanted for shooting with intent with the police officers yesterday. Also, he is also wanted for a murder in Hanover and also a shooting with intent that he had absconded bail for.
Superintendent Aaron Samuels. He's the head of the St. James Police. On Tuesday, the police reported that when they responded to the scene of the triple murder, a man they believed to be Roach engaged them in a gun battle. He escaped, fled by jumping several feet into a gully. Yes, when they went in chase, they found 2 guns at the scene. 2 guns, yeah. All right, we're going to take the break now. After the break, your calls.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
July is Healthcare Workers Appreciation Month. The Ministry of Health and Wellness salutes all healthcare workers for your commitment, service, and sacrifice. The time by the Ministry of Health and Wellness is
27 minutes to 11.
Phoenix Health Complex and Vision Center is the one-stop shop for everything eye care. Phoenix is #1 in trendy, affordable, or stylish designer frames. Their staff is well-trained and are experts in consultations, glaucoma management, visual field and OCT tests, and more. Call or WhatsApp 876-589-8327 or visit any of their 5 branches in St. Anne's Bay, Falmouth, Port Maria, Kingston, or Portmore. Phoenix Health Complex and Vision Center. The best eye care is here. Treatment for drinking water. Following the passage of Hurricane Beryl, members of the public are reminded to treat their drinking water before consumption. Water can be treated by boiling or adding bleach. Here are some tips to help you. For boiling water, water that is boiled for treating should be heated until it comes to a rolling boil, where bubbles continuously come to the surface of the water. Allow water to boil for 1 minute. Cover and let cool. Store water in a clean, covered container. For adding bleach, you may also add 3% or 5% household bleach, not bulk bleach, to treat drinking water. Add 2 drops of bleach to 1 quart of water. Mix well and leave for 30 minutes before drinking. For further information, please contact the Health Emergency Operations Center at 888-1-LOVE. That's 888-663-5683.
Feeling stuck in endless paperwork to secure a small business loan from a bank?
Access Financial Services can unlock your growth with an SME loan. Borrow up to $20 million with easy requirements and fast approvals. Whether you are ready to boost productive capacity, get working capital, or acquire real estate, say goodbye to the hassle and hello to growth. Grow your business with an SME loan up to $20 million from Access Financial Services. Call 876-929-9253 or visit accessfinanceonline.com. Conditions apply.
Jamaica, it's here again. Fosridge Super Summer Sale, July 1 to August 31. Come get your wires, breakers, solar flood lamps, LED bulbs, ceiling fans, and so much more. Call 876-937-5099 or visit us in Kingston, Mandeville, Draxall, and Montego Bay. Up to 60% off the summer. Get your solar panels starting from $17,600. Come shop, come save at Fosridge Super Summer Sale, July 1 to August 31. See you there at Fosridge. Open Sundays.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light.
24 minutes going up to 11. For the West Indian cricket fans, you recall West Indies was bundled out for 121 yesterday on the opening day. England responded by making 371 all out. Yes? Giving them a lead of 250. So West Indies has to clear 250 to make England bat again. Well, disaster. They are now 17 for 2. 17, turn 18 for 2. Yeah? Poor we. Oh, Lord. 23 minutes going up to 11. Who is on the line? Pierre? Peter. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning, sir. Cliff, how you doing?
Me all right, you know.
Good. Right. Greetings to you. Guy, you have been doing a great work, Cliff. I've been around for a long time, listening to Perkins and then you. When I heard you mention Chitola Park School
yes,
a while ago,
yes,
I have to call you, Cliff.
Good.
Sometime in the 90s, I wasn't a student there.
Oh.
But sometime in the 90s, a student at Woolmer's who was getting ready for their exam, he wasn't doing well in his maths. So a friend of mine introduced me to a teacher from Chitola Park, and that teacher did wonders to that guy. He went and passed. I think he got either a 2 or a 1 from us in his exam. Yeah. So I'm glad Chitola Park went under. That when I heard you mention the restoration or the rebirth rather with the other school, I said, thank God.
Yes.
That's one. The next point I want to mention to you, sometime in the early 70s, I got a holiday job at a government department in rural Jamaica. And at the end of the season, Cliff, I said to myself, I will never work for the government. Having witnessed how the staff behaves, I said, that's it. And I was happy I didn't work there until I retired, because I heard and see all sorts of hypocrisy in government. And I'm not relating this to just one party spread. The third point I want to mention, before you might ask me any question, have you ever witnessed a murder, please?
No. No.
Well, the Tuesday before that lady passed here on burial, I was at the front of my home in Washington Garden, tending to my little thing on the front. And I heard some strange sound up by Corona Crescent. Cliff, when I put my head over the wall and look, a car was parked, and there was one that seemed to come a little in front of it and was spraying the windscreen, through the windscreen with bullets. And then the car drove off. The poor man in the other car, he was able to scramble out and fell to the ground. And when the guys realized he wasn't dead, those guys reversed Cliff and went back and finished the job. I couldn't believe it. In my old age, I'm seeing a murder for the first time. You know, it's just sad.
Yeah.
Just sad. You know, it's...
Have you... I'm almost hesitating to ask you. I hope you have done what a citizen.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Oh, sure, Cliff.
Yes. Yes.
And the hoodlums, they have
Don't say another word, please.
Yes, I leave it
you have
there.
identified, you know. So please don't say another word. Do what you have to do as a good citizen.
Yeah.
It must have been traumatic for you.
Listen to me, Cliff. For the rest of my life, the couple more years that the Lord might give me, I don't think I can ever forget that. I haven't been on that street since.
Yeah.
And I don't plan to walk up there either.
Yes. And don't tell me where you live, please. Don't tell me
Not
what
at all.
street,
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
All right, Cliff, all the best.
Yes.
Take
So
care.
you are retired now?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
And you're enjoying your retirement?
Oh,
certainly before this?
Thank God it's going good.
Very well. Very well.
Yeah.
Do the things that make you happy now and make you relax and are therapeutic for you.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah? When you get to your age, how old are you?
In my 70s.
Okay, when you get to your age, you must do the things that are good for you, therapeutic, make you happy, yes, and put down the stress.
Yeah, man.
Yes? All right, sir. But do what you have to do as a good citizen, you hear?
All right, please. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you guys continue.
Thank you.
Good.
Good. 17 minutes going up to 11. Hello, who is it? I'm not hearing you, Kevin. Roth?
Yes, Sir Cliff.
Yes. What's your name, sir?
I'm Raphael. Good morning, Sir Cliff.
What's your name, sir? Good morning.
Raphael.
Raphael. Yes.
Yes, Sir Cliff.
Yes.
You know, Sir Cliff, I was driving just now and I heard you spoke of that school that you attended.
Yes.
A primary school, and you were there as the host yesterday.
No, as I was a guest speaker at the graduation.
Guest speaker.
Yes.
I'm telling you, Sir Hughes, I was really touched listening to you because it brings back some memories to me. And some thoughts also. So Hughes, I remember once you say, I was operating taxi and I got a call to pick up someone. And when I reached, I realized that it was a particular entertainer. So his car was being fixed at the garage. So I dropped him at home and gave him a number. And he started calling me to transport him. So on a particular day, he called me and asked me to bring him to a spot to pick up some money. And he picked up the money. It seemed like a good sum of money. So we reached into the crossroad area. There's a primary school somewhere off Retirement Road. I don't remember the name of the school, Sir Cliff.
Off Retirement Road?
Yeah, our little Retirement Road, a primary school.
I think it's John Mills.
John Mills it might have been. But he said to me that, short man, you know what, I want to go into that school. I want to bring something around there. And I saw him took some of the money and, you know, I eyeballed it, Mr. Hughes, and I realized it was like $100,000. I went around the school and right away some of the students identified him and the teachers came out and He gave the school $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I am now tempted to call the entertainer name Mr. Hughes.
Hmm. Yes.
That was Ninja Man.
Ah.
You say that I'm really getting at to say, in Jamaica here we face some problem in the schools.
Mm-hmm.
The primary schools, they are not fully funded. And if we as adults now who have passed through those schools can in some way return, if it isn't physically,
Yes.
give some assistance in repairing the school, helping the refurbishing, the painting, the decorating, whatever. You know, it would be a big help to this country, Mr. Hughes.
Sure. Sure. No doubt about
big
that.
help. And we need to look at Monroe College.
Yeah.
Monroe has
$300
produced,
million worth of damage.
I'm telling them, Mr. Hughes, Monroe has produced some top-level students.
Yes.
And if they really find the time to return and help in this reconstruction of Monroe.
They've already started. The principal, Mr. Smith, told me yesterday or day before yesterday that his old boys yes, are already responding very well.
Yeah, man, we need to get back to the schools and assist in Mr. Hughes when it comes to children, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. My heart is totally different. I will say this to you. I have experienced twice, Mr. Hughes, where motorists stop to let children cross and stupid, careless drivers overtake or undertake. And I've witnessed it twice in my life,
Oh,
Mr.
Lord.
Hughes.
Yes.
So as a result of that, is whenever I am driving and I see people in general, but in particular children and elderly crossing, I stop my vehicle all in the middle of the road, you know.
Yes.
I come on my vehicle and help them to cross, you know.
That's good. That's good. And I hope all of us would do that.
We have some issues in this country, some challenges that can be so much almost solved if we just be the citizens that we should be.
Sure. Sure, sir.
And I'm telling you, I really appreciate hearing you speak of that school this morning.
Yes, man. That school shaped me.
Yeah,
that school gave me
part,
my
I know
start.
the school in the gritty part of West Kingston.
Yes.
Gritty part.
Right. I told a story, you know, of going there as a 6.5-year-old.
Yeah, you speak of it every day. I say every day, Mr. Hughes.
What I now do, sir, this job, I think, started there. Because in grade 1, Miss Lewis, we used to call her Mad Lewis, because we think she was crazy. Miss Lewis would have us after prayers every morning. One of us would be assigned to stand up at your desk and read from the Gleaner aloud. And when you read the story from the Gleaner, you better read it well.
Exactly.
Yeah? Because Miss Lewis, no joke, she used to wield the cane. Yeah, you couldn't a bob and weave and a arm and whatever. You had to damn well stand, hold the Gleaner, and read. And when we're done, she would quiz us. We had to discuss what was just read. And I think
that's where the learning actually starts.
That is where I think I started this preparing for this job. That was in 1968, a 6.5-year-old boy.
I went to a school in a real gritty area. That's Balcom Drive. I went to also.
Yes.
And you know that era. And I was reading, Mr. Hughes, I was reading Gleaner. The same Gleaner that I spoke of from I was like 9, 10. I was reading Gleaner, you know.
Yes. So
we just need to pay attention to children. If we want this country to come forward, pay attention to help as much as we can.
Yeah.
Return to the schools. Don't just think of the government alone.
Or as the Member of Parliament, Desmond McKenzie, told the parents yesterday, you should not be a part-time, infrequent visitor to the school. He said some of them turn up on the first day, deposit their children, and the school and the teachers there don't see them again until graduation. That should not happen.
That dressed up there.
And they were very well dressed yesterday. I was taking that in. The women, wow. Wow.
It's a ball. Yeah, man, we need to pay attention, man. This summer coming out, this summer that we are in August, coming up to September, we need to go to the schools and assist with the painting, the repair of the decks, the cleaning of the windows, the beautification, planting, some plants, all of that. We need to assist.
Yes.
And so, easy. September coming, we open nice road.
All right, Raphael. Thank you much.
Okay, big up yourself, sir.
You too. On our YouTube channel, Luke Bartley is saying, making an appeal, Cliff, we got back electricity in Old Harbour Mews just after burial. And since, beg your pardon, and since 11 p.m. Monday, it went. And until now, it isn't back. My mother is 84 years old and my son is 1 year old and I work from home. JPS. Your customers in Old Harbour Mews, they're saying they got back power, after burial, but since 11 Monday night, it went. It is now Thursday morning. They haven't heard a word from you, JPS, and they want to know when they're going to get back their light. Put it on your list, JPS, Old Harbour Mews. Here's another one. This is from Cedar Gardens in Waltham. Good morning, Cliff. Electricity was restored to the Cedar Gardens community in Waltham last evening. But just now we heard an explosion that seemed to have come from the JPS line. Subsequently, the community lost electricity again. Help us get the word out to JPS, please, Sir Hughes. And they said this is Manchester. So it's not Waltham in Kingston. It's Waltham in Manchester, JPS. You returned the power last evening. Yes, it's last evening, yes. To Cedar Gardens in Waltham in Manchester. And they just heard an explosion that, according to this listener, seems to have come from the JPS line. And since the explosion, JPS, they have lost power, in Cedar Gardens in Waltham, Manchester. So Waltham, Manchester, Old Harbour Mews, that's in St. Catherine. JPS, what can you do for them? All right, time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
My Mega Mart, best value by far.
With so much to do in one location, make Mega Mart your one-stop shop. Pick up your groceries and houseware needs, grab a bite and pay some bills, fill your prescriptions and see the beauty products in our pharmacy. All in one amazing location. My Mega Mart, the best value by far.
My Mega Mart, best value by far.
Feeling stuck in endless paperwork to secure a small business loan from a bank? Access Financial Services can unlock your growth with an SME loan. Borrow up to $20 million with easy requirements and fast approvals. Whether you are ready to boost productive capacity, get working capital, or acquire real estate, say goodbye to the hassle and hello to growth. Grow your business with an SME loan up to $20 million from Access Financial Services. Call 876-929-9253 or visit accessfinanceonline.com. Conditions apply.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me.
On YouTube, Juliet Sanchez says, Cliff, all now retreat St. Mary, no power. Retreat in St. Mary, JPS, no power. Yeah, Sandra Murray, True Cliff. I went to my daughter-in-law house this morning at Old Harbor Mews and no light. I can't see why it was restored and boom, it went again and no light up until now. Yeah? Oh dear. And they're coming in fast now. San says, Cliff, please add Johnson Hill, Helshaw on your list as well for me. Got back our light 2 on Saturday and we have lost power again since last night. Help, please, says San. Yeah? Oh dear. SH says, look like Mr. Vaz has to get outside help, as I think JPS cannot manage alone. They're just scared the outside help will see the shoddy work done over the years and expose them. How you jump to that, SH? Here's another one, appealing to JPS. Good morning, Sir Cliff. Likewise, we have been out of electricity since last Wednesday in the Spring Ground, Christiana, Manchester area. We have a 9-month-old baby. Please remember us, JPS. Yes? JPS, your customers calling in now, writing in on our YouTube. Yes, this one from Spring Ground, Christiana, Manchester. Yes, they have been out of electricity for a week now, more than a week, since last Wednesday. Yeah? Vivacious. Yes, vivacious. Is it vivacious? Where is it? You just jump on me. Oh dear. Oh. Vivacious Verleen Hall Smith says, Rose Hall in Lawrence Tavern don't have any electricity since the hurricane. But she says striking. You got that wrong. I don't know what you're trying to say. My neighbors have electricity and I don't have. That's in Rose Hall in Lawrence Tavern. Her neighbors have light, but she doesn't. Yeah? Michael Edwards says Mike Town. Where's Mike Town? Michael Edwards. Where is that? Yeah? No power. Mike Town is in Manchester. Okay. And Weller J says, Cliff, an example of the need to put safety instead of speed first. Seems a transformer went, hence causing further delay. Protection of the grid is paramount as its destruction can be disastrous. Yes, good point. Good point, Weller J. Yeah. KT Buello says, Comfort Valley and Rock River don't have any electricity since Wednesday as well. Ryan Amos says Johnstown Road. Yeah, but you have to tell me, listeners, YouTubers, where are these places? So that would be more useful to tell us so JPS can go there. Yeah? Scott's Hall as well. That's in St. Mary. Yeah? No power. Yeah? Oh, Lord. When you do have the power, trust me. Terrible. All right. Let's go to the break.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right. Like a rock. Like a rock.
Super healthy, super happy. SuperMed located in Kingston, St. Thomas, Portland, and St. Mary. The time by SuperMed family of pharmacies and Hugh and Den Pharmacy is
11 o'clock.
On July 18 and 19, Privacy and Legal Management Consultants Limited will show you how to take control of your data with top-notch privatization solutions offered at their Prioritizing Privacy conference. This conference is dedicated to informing the public about the latest innovations and best practices in data privacy. Cliff Hughes Online will broadcast live from the conference on July 18 and 19 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Tune in for insightful discussions with speakers from Trinidad, Barbados, the United Kingdom, and Jamaica, and explore the future of data protection. You don't want to miss this. That's a live broadcast of the Prioritizing Privacy Conference on July 18 and 19 during Cliff Hughes Online, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by Privacy and Legal Management Consultants.
You're officially invited to the grand opening of Bodyscape Spa and Grooming Club on Friday, July 12 at 1 p.m. Visit 34A Mannings Hill Road or tune in to a special edition of the E-Zone from 1 to 3 p.m. for the celebration, unveiling, and ribbon cutting. Embrace the tropical theme by showing out in your favorite shade of green. Watch the E-Zone tour the spa facilities on our YouTube channel at Nationwide 90 FM Live. The grand opening promises live music, entertainment, exclusive opening day discounts on spa services, and so much more. Let your taste buds dance with catering offered by world-renowned chef Brian Lumley. So don't miss the live and special broadcast of the E-Zone from 1 to 3 p.m. on July 12, 2024. Catch them at 34A Mannings Hill Road, Kingston. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by Bodyscape Spa and Grooming Club.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
All right, we're going to go to Rocky, and I see the messages are coming in thick and fast on our YouTube platform as to what areas are now out of power. Glengoff in St. Catherine, just lost power in Passage Fort in Portmore. Yes. Here's another one. Rose Simpson says Wallens in Time and Patience in Linstead. Yeah, out of power. Yeah. Carleen or Carkeen Heslop says Cliff, no, what happened? The light just gone. This is in Rock Hall. Yeah. Oh dear. Grove Gardens in Savlamar. No light. Help please, says Georgina. Grove Gardens in Savannah Lamar. Oh dear. Can't read all of them now. Rocky, morning.
Sir, you go on, man.
Mid there, sir.
Yeah.
Mid there.
Hey, me a call for the same thing about I complain about him.
Mm-hmm.
Me a call on behalf of people in Campus and Campus settlement.
Where that?
That's in Clarendon. That's in East Clarendon.
Oh, that's in South Clarendon.
Yes, Cliff.
Yes.
I think what Beryl do, Beryl expose the underbelly of the JPS.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say this, if you go on the South River Road between Darkins Pen Road and the railroad track, and you're left hand going up towards the railroad track,
mm-hmm.
There's some I-10 wire that run on that particular road.
Mm.
And you know the I-10 wire end up on some big light light posts.
Mm-hmm.
One of the light posts, it gets burned from fire earlier on. So at the foot of the light post, it burns. And the JPS go down before them change the light post. Them use a regular small light post and attach to it. That make sense?
Them do what?
Them use a smaller light post and I guess I try to secure this big high tension light post.
Mm. Oh.
You follow me?
Yes. Yes.
So as a result of that now, the wind just blow it over. This big old high tension light post just fall over.
Mm.
And in Campus settlement, me I tell about now, the
between the ball ground at Campus Settlement, if you make a right, and before you get to the first crossing, there's also a electric pole fall down. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and he said he'd been complaining about this particular light pole for the past 4 years.
Wow. 4 years.
So I think the problem is made worse because they refuse to maintain the facility.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't explain to me, Cliff, because there must be some kind of guideline by how deep you need to put these poles.
Mm-hmm.
And if this pole was properly placed in their position, no wind is supposed to blow them over.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, them now maintain the land by clearing the tree them from it. So the tree, the wind, the lack of maintenance, and the tree and the light poles topple them over.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
You see me, I say?
Yes, sir. Hear you loud and clear.
And I've seen it. Yeah, and I've seen it many places in Clarendon.
I had a caller who was making the same complaint, and he cited Clarendon. Yeah, he cited Clarendon. He told me that JPS was doing no cleaning, and I took issue with him on that they were doing nothing at all. That's not true. But he did cite, if I recall, Clarendon in particular, that the maintenance was not evident. Yes.
Yes.
So JPS, so you're saying Beryl has shown that they need to do much more in terms of maintaining their infrastructure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because actually they cannot explain to me if they follow guidelines that I would imagine that they have and place these poles below the surface at certain distance. No wind can topple them over.
Mm-hmm. Well, it depends, Don't underestimate the power of a Category 5 hurricane wind.
Okay.
Going at 165 miles per hour. I'm not going to underestimate that. Yeah? Okay. All right, but the point is taken, sir. The point is taken. Yes? We need, now that we know, just before you go, Rocky, now that we know we're going to have more hurricanes, more intense hurricanes, stronger hurricanes, we will now have to do these things with that in mind, because it cannot be sustainable for us that every year we get a leak, we are without power for so long, or we have to go restore what we just put up. And that is why I raised last week, and I'm going to raise it again. We now know that we will have to begin the long process of seriously putting our light poles, and not light poles, power lines, underground. And it is going to take 20, 30 years, but it has to be done, because what is now can't be sustainable when we know we're told by nature that are coming your way virtually every year now. We have to start putting the power lines underground. And that is going to take a whole heap of money now, If you got to dig up the road again, for put the power lines underground, that's going to be a massive effort. But we do have a choice. It has to be done. Because that is our new normal now. We're going to have many, many more burials coming.
Yes. and Cliff, before you go, the same community when we talk about Campus and Campus Settlement, there's a lot of elderly that live in this area. They've been without water and electricity from the start.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just challenging the powers that be, man. Let these people get some water and electricity, because they've been suffering from last week.
All right, sir. Thank you. Good.
One more thing before you...
No. We have a whole heap of people holding. Give somebody else a chance now. 9 minutes after 11. Anthony, good morning. Anthony, good morning. Final call for passenger Anthony. You're about to miss your flight. Well, we have missed Anthony. Stephen, Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Cliff.
Good
Long
morning,
time.
Stephen.
Me not hear your voice. I come like I want to hear now. But I just 1 week. Anyway, me they are ending now with the summer drive. Please, if you can tell Miss Winsome Column to set, if she can resend the men to come and set up a light pole that has fallen over in Summer Drive, Hendon Norwood, St. James.
Sammy
All right?
Drive, Hendon
Yes.
Norwood, St.
Yeah,
James.
man. She know exactly how we attack because our guys was here night before last night working on the main road, and everywhere else around me have light right now as we speak. But right in the middle piece, right there, so Sammy Drive, no light. None of we don't have any light.
Oh.
So you see the road behind my local middle piece, you know, go down to bottom pen side there, so have light go straight back. So I don't understand why in a Sammy Drive the local piece right there, so don't have a light. So I want them, if you can send back the men them to come and set up at the post that fall down because it was a breadfruit tree that fall over on a shop. And it missed the shop still standing, and it fall on the wire, and the men them cut up everything and set the place back how it's set. But then they said they want to come back next week because set up post. While everybody else around me have light. That don't make no sense, Mr. Hughes. That don't make no sense.
From your perspective, it don't make no sense. But remember
It don't
them
make
have
no sense.
a whole heap of demands now. You know, the people at St. Elizabeth, them not have none.
Them not have none.
Yes.
You understand? But
Yes.
I say, why come on the main road and you give light to all of the main road, and everybody else up in Cherry Gardens and up on Ball Ground, all of them have light. But this little middle piece, you don't leave it, abandon it. Like
Well, you don't know if they've abandoned it. Yeah, you don't know. Yeah, we don't know what is, because that is not normal. That's unusual.
It is very unusual.
Very unusual. So we don't know. So we have to ask JPS, tell them, yes, all around, except, what you call it, Sammy Road or Sammy Street?
Sammy Drive.
Sammy Drive.
Exactly how man.
In Hendon Norwood. Yeah?
Yeah.
You came and you did what you have to do, and everybody else have light except that little area.
Yeah, because right now I stand up over my brother yard, I look down the road, I look on the light post. I mean, I say, oh, everybody around me have light, but right in the middle part, just I don't have any light.
Yes.
That no make no. You come right on the middle.
It don't make no sense to you because you don't know the
through
business
night.
of electricity, transmission and distribution. Yeah? But it is unusual, and I'm sure there's a reason for it.
I hope them come sort it out by tonight, because I work me to go in the next 3 hours time.
I hear
And
you.
at night, me have to travel.
Yes.
In the darkness come up how much night.
Uh-huh.
You understand? Me used to the darkness, you know, but the fact that they give light right around me in a circle, I mean, at the middle, them have to do better.
All right,
That's
sir.
that me I tell them.
All right, sir.
Yeah, man. All right. You have a good day.
You
Me
too.
let my daddy talk to you one of them day. I can't well want to chat to you. Anyway. Later.
All right.
I'm a politician. All right. Big up yourself, Mr.
All right. Thanks for calling. Good. Donna.
Oh, hi. Hi, Cliff. Good morning.
Good morning, Donna.
Yes, well, it's the first time I'm calling on your program.
Why?
Oh. I don't know. I'm generally at work, so, you know.
Oh, so you're
But
not
I'm
at work this
trying.
morning.
I'm still at work.
Oh, so
I won't be able to stay long.
you're Tifa call.
Yes.
All right, hurry up.
All right, so you mentioned that if anyone went to Chatola Park, to give you a call.
Yes.
And so I was one of those who went to Chatola Park.
Ah, what years?
Yes, I did. I started in about 72.
Oh.
And 72.
So you would have been there while I was there.
Yes, sir, I would have.
Oh.
And, right, I started it, so I would have left in 1976.
Yes.
Right.
I left in
I went to
74.
Queens.
Okay. So while you
I actually skipped a grade.
Oh, you
I
were
skipped grade 5.
you were a bright girl.
Yes, ma'am. Back in the day.
So who was your principal at the time?
Miss Lumsden.
Mrs. Lumsden, yes.
Right.
Ah. And your grade 6 teacher?
Miss Lewis.
Miss Lewis. You remember Miss? I remember Miss Lewis so well. She lived in Harborview, and she drove a white Capri motor car.
Yes, she did.
Yes. She was like an institution within an institution there.
Oh boy, I mean that school really is such a, back in the day it was so good. So when I hear you talking about it, picking and stuff, I'm just happy to know. And I'm actually in touch with one of our, he would have been a grade above me.
Yes.
He was a past student as well. So,
Oh.
we talk much about it.
Yes.
We had some real fun times.
You know, Donna, Chetola Park, yes, when we were there, was the primary school to go to.
It was.
Certainly in the corporate area. Chetola Park, and I know the people from the students of Central Branch were saying, we too, Central Branch, Chetola Park, were the big two. You couldn't walk off the road and get into Chetola Park, I remember Mummy saying to me, we're going to do the entrance test to get you into Chetola Park, and you better make sure you pass the test, because it was very competitive to get into Chetola Park.
Yes, it was. Actually, when I got in, my great-grandparents, they lived in Hannahtown.
Yes.
And that is how we ended up there. I don't know if they knew the principal at the time, but we weren't living in the area, no, we were actually living on the boulevard.
Exactly.
And we traveled well, my father actually worked at one of the ministries that was around Era Circle.
Yes.
So we were kind of in close proximity.
Yes.
Yeah, man, yeah.
And I recall,
good time.
Donna, students from well-to-do families up in Cherry Gardens, Norbrook, would leave all the way from those places and come to Chetola Park.
Yes.
I recall very clearly the summer of 1973 when we were being prepared for common entrance. And summer school was a big thing. You had to go to summer school. You had to get ready for common entrance. I remember I met a young lady at summer school. She was all the way from up Cherry Gardens.
Well, I didn't know that they came from so far, but I was on the boulevard, and so we used to travel with our father. So he would take us down to school, and then sometime we would go by our great grandparents.
Yes.
In Hannahtown to stay until we were ready to go home. But it was such fun. Most of our friends though lived in the area. Jonestown. I had a good friend. She lived in Jonestown, and I had one and they used to walk home for lunch.
Yes.
Lunchtime, a few of them walked home for lunch. Yeah.
Yes. I used to leave Chetola Park and go up to Aunt Rita's house. Yes.
Okay.
Aunt Rita's house was on where? Brand Street or Penn Street for lunch and come back down to Chetola Park.
Right. A number of persons who did live in the area, they went home for lunch.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have done well, Donna.
Yes, I would say.
Good. Very good.
Man, and I realized that most of us, we all did so well. Most of us would have passed for what we call traditional high school.
Of course.
Except a few who went over to the feeder, which was a senior school, Kingston Senior.
Yes.
But persons did generally well, did so well. And even I have a bearer here at my office. His son is now going to Chetola, and I said, that's my school. But they live in the area. So, it was just, and when I hear you talking about it, I'm saying I'm so happy that the school is really improving.
Yes, it is.
And so, as you said, we really need to come together and see what we can do to assist. Right?
So I'm going to ask you to give your name and number to Nora for me. Yes?
Okay.
Because we're going to keep in touch with you.
All right, no problem.
Thank you so much, Donna.
Yeah, man, and big up all my co-workers here at Seprod.
Oh, okay.
Yes, all right, thank you.
You're welcome. Good.
All right, no problem.
All right, 19 minutes after 11. Good. So let's go to the break and come back. I want to hear from the people who went to Chetola Park. Yeah?
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light.
When last you get good bun, you don't know good bun until you have a mother's bakery bun. From you pull open the wrapper and it's soft so till. A sub bun for nice. And from when you take the first bite, love it so till. A sub bun for nice. Beg your piece.
Get your own mother's bakery bun.
I will buy one off you.
Yes, but I will charge a convenience fee.
I will take one. Me too. Mother's bakery buns. A sub bun for nice. Try them today.
Guard against mosquito-borne diseases. Following the passage of Hurricane Beryl, members of the public are reminded to be vigilant in order to prevent mosquito-borne diseases such as dengue. Here are some tips to help you. Search around the home for places where water may have settled and clear them. Use insect repellent containing DEET. Use mosquito nets. Use mosquito destroyer. Put screens on windows and doors. Avoid places with standing water or garbage piles. For further information, please contact the Health Emergency Operations Center at 888-1-LOVE. That's 888-663-5683.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock, like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall.
22 minutes after 11. Well, we live in a country where we have crocodiles or alligators. Yeah. This is what I saw this morning happened in Hellshire this week. Yeah. And one has to, you know that all crocodiles and alligators are endangered species. They are protected. Yes. We are to protect them. Yeah. They drive the fear of whatever in us because you don't want to encounter a crocodile. Yeah? Look at this on our YouTube platform. Here's a big one. Yeah? Taking a rest. Yes? On the road. That one is huge. Yeah? You don't want to get close to that one. Then he decides to move on and say, okay, I've delayed you long enough. And he strolls across the road. Yeah? At his own pace, quite leisurely. Yeah? He strolls across the road. That happened in Hellshire. Yeah? And that is part of their natural habitat, that part of St. Catherine. Yeah? So you have to be on the lookout for them. Yeah? Look at him. Quite a giant of a man or woman. Yeah? So just take your time and be careful, yeah, when you're making your way. Yeah? Yeah? Kevin says that's not a big one, he's small. So they get much bigger than that. They take up the entire road? You have seen? Wow. I don't want to see them. No, sir. Can you imagine walking and you see that? Huh? Exactly. And I'm told that road is dark at nights. Yeah? No. That's the Hellshire main road, right? So be careful, yeah, motorists and in particular pedestrians. They don't attack pedestrians. They don't, yeah? But be careful, yeah? We have to live with them. They are our neighbors. All right, Gary is on the line. Gary?
Good morning, Mr. Hughes.
Good morning, sir.
There was something with the development and the progress and eventually prosperity that is happening now in Jamaica. You see, the IC Integrity Commission, to me, is a vital commission. We need it. We never just want it, we need it. Because corruption from bottom to top is rampant. And when it comes down to, from the bottom, the middle come down, I mean, to everywhere you go in every facet, always something have to do with something. So we need the Integrity Commission. But what we call today about is to ask you some questions, you see, about two generally. If someone decide, because I am not satisfied with the Integrity Commission now, I don't believe nothing that is coming from there. Someone once called JBC a political sewer pit. I don't say that is the Integrity Commission, you know, but it is getting there for me to use those narratives. Now, what I want to ask you about...
That's a little too harsh, though.
What I want to ask you about, if I, as a person, single person, should go up there and stand up with a placard saying no credibility, and they should resign now, do I need a permit from the police to do so, me alone?
I don't think so.
I think so, that me not sure.
Me not sure,
like
but
somebody
I don't.
call in and tell me. The next question is this.
You can go there with your one-man
Placard,
protest.
right.
Yes.
Okay, now the next question is this. If I should go there, because me a plan to stay the length of time like how it take Jericho walls to come down when they march around it, you know. So therefore, if I should be there and other people, whether 100, 200, decide to join in, what I'm afraid of, I'm a law-abiding citizen. Peaceful thing, you just stand up. I never invite nobody. But suppose they come along, that would be okay. But what I am not going pleased with, you're going to have some mischief maker that join in any demonstration, what them say, and start to do things. Then them going to say, who started? It's me. So I want some advice on that. How can I remove myself from others who may want to come and behave unruly?
Well,
because I intend to want to do just that, because it is a vital thing that we need one Integrity Commission, but we need one that people can trust. And I have lost all confidence in them, our coming from them. I saw the other day that the gentleman there, the Honorable Justice, called upon the Parliament, asking them about them want everyone done to remove and this will happen and all of that. It is within their right, and that's how them see it. But you know what I am discussing about? When a gentleman say, ask the government pertaining to something, what has he done or what step has he take to discipline that person or remove them out of the system? Because I can tell you, I believe it is like a squad mentality. People protecting people. And two main persons are not going to call no name, but one of the person that blurted out the other day that says, ask the government, along with other things, and retweeting things and doing things and saying so, and I am just a conduit, and all of those things. What measures, if any, especially the one about asking the government, that is He represents that. I mean, that's just not
Well,
right.
if any action has been taken, we have not been told. The
Yes,
public
sir,
of
what we want
Jamaica
to
has
hear.
not been told.
Same like when call up another people publicly to be reprimanded and other people to do certain things, and it's not within film remit that.
Mm-hmm.
Me want to know what him do that is directly involve him as the head, if it's a squaddy mentality, and I want to know 2 questions about the thing. If at the end of the day, I can know I'm going up there and to have my placard, one in front and one behind me, and stand up there. But if I need a permit from the police, if not, me going. But then the fear down the line is that other people may genuinely who is not lawbreakers.
Well,
may
what
come
you
in.
do then to protect yourself,
Yes.
you should tell the police in that area.
Yes.
Yeah, that listen, this is what I intend to do. As a law-abiding citizen, I want you to know I'm not organizing for anybody else to be there, but I know that some people may join in, yes, but I want you all to know that is not my intention, and I intend to be out there between X time and that time. Okay?
That sounds good, Mr. Hughes. But listen to me now. So are you telling me that? We want it from a legal perspective. Because,
Well,
say,
call the police. Call the police, sir.
Mr. Hughes,
Mhm.
when I know about you, I have been to several government agencies. And you ever been to one, and them tell you what you need. And when you come up, it's 3 different occasions, and them send you back. And the last one, them tell you, oh, you need to have a JP to sign this. But I
Yes.
told you, and they never tell you.
Yes.
So this is the thing that I am saying. I want it from that as something in writing
Yes.
to say me not to be held responsible for any unscrupulous person
Yes.
to do certain things for so and so.
Fair enough.
That's
fair
what I want
enough.
to find out, Mr. Hughes.
Fair enough.
Thank you, sir. We
You're welcome.
need an integrity commission. We need it, not want it.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
All right,
But
good.
if no confidence not there, it can't log on. It can't go on again, so Mr. Hughes.
That's true.
It have to
That's
stop.
true.
It
Yes.
have to stop. And
All
I'm
right,
going
sir.
intend to be there until the days of them take for march around Jericho free for fall. Resignation.
All right, sir. I have to go to the break. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm.
Studying overseas? Contact Versan Educational Services Kingston, Montego Bay, or New York office at 876-755-2187 or read the Wednesday blog at www.versan.org for more information. The time by Versan, VES is best, is
11:32.
Pegasus Traders Limited will help you protect your family and valuables during the hurricane season with their solar LED lighting, storm shutters, gas, diesel, and solar generators, and 1.5 to 4-inch drain pumps. Call Pegasus Traders Limited today at 876-758-3338 or 758-2543.
Guard against mosquito-borne diseases. Following the passage of Hurricane Beryl, members of the public are reminded to be vigilant in order to prevent mosquito-borne diseases such as dengue. Here are some tips to help you. Search around the home for places where water may have settled and clear them. Use insect repellent containing DEET. Use mosquito nets. Use mosquito destroyer. Put screens on windows and doors. Avoid places with standing water or garbage piles. For further information, please contact the Health Emergency Operations Center at 888-1-LOVE. That's 888-663-5683.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
Welcome back. More requests coming in of JPS. This is one from a listener. I know him. He says, "Hi Cliff, good morning. Well, I'm just 2 roads up from you, Hillstone Heights. Still no power yet. 2 poles and all the wires down. Please mention in the program if possible. Blessings." Yes, another resident of Hillstone Heights told me a similar story about a day or two ago. Yeah? JPS, you have restored power to Stony Hill, much of Stony Hill, but there are still some pockets of Stony Hill without power. Upper Seaview Road was one. They have now been reconnected. But the people of Hillstone Heights, yeah, still no power there. Hillstone Heights, JPS, in Stony Hill. 2 poles and all the wires are down. Yeah? They have been suffering a long time now. It's today's 8 days? Since burial. Yeah? So JPS, put Hillstone Heights on your list, please. Yeah? Hillstone Heights. Juliet Sanchez on YouTube says, Retreat, St. Mary and Petersfield got light. Oh, so the light has been restored to Retreat, but none at Hunter's Peace also in Retreat. Oh, so you see some places getting back, some not. Yeah? So bear that in mind, JPS. Also, Clark Hill Road, no power. Yeah, from Everbless Richardson. But where is Clark Hill Road? Everbless? Yeah, me no know some of them places here now. Huh? So you need to tell me where. Yeah? When you put in somewhere, don't assume that I'm going to know where Clark Hill Road is. I don't know where Clark Hill Road is. All right? Good. But JPS, Hillstone Heights, up in Stony Hill, yeah? Please give them some power. Marilyn says, when will Northern Clarendon get light and water, Cliff? I wish if I knew, Marilyn. But Marilyn is asking, Northern Clarendon, still without light and water. Wow, they get a double whammy. Oh. All right, who is next? 23 minutes. George. Good morning. Good morning, George.
Good morning, Mr. Cliff.
Good morning, sir.
I just know that from the hurricane, you see, you get your station back this side at all in Montgomery now.
Let me tell you something. I got an update from our engineer this morning.
Yeah.
It looked dark out there for us because the power lines are down to the site. So we are going to be out for a little while until the power lines are back up. Yeah,
Right.
Not only St. James, but also parts of Manchester. Our Huntley site in Manchester, key node of transmission and distribution of our signal is also seriously damaged. So we are also suffering. Yeah? Trust me. So try listen to us on the YouTube platform or online. Yeah?
Okay. Because may I tell you, man, we start and I wonder, and every day we try can't get your man, and but it come boring because we not listen to another station. Yeah, that station, but we don't listen to the station because when we follow up your station because you talk truth, facts, around the bush, and condone foolishness. Yeah. So me and my wife and family, we just love the station. From morning to evening by one radio for work, we just to listen your station. And tell you, we work with someone who are dedicated, the other side. Then say you are labor right and you are labor station. Right? So, me tell you that, when we go with them, but I play me turn it down. Me I tell you. When me carry that, when they go home evening time, you can listen the news from your station, and if your program you come after the news.
Yes.
Yeah, man, because you just make me feel good. And like we have hope. Right?
Well, then listen to, They don't want to hear so then listen, but then listen to. Because they can tell me everything me say.
Man. Because when you hear some of them come with some foolishness, you tell them, say, man, I rubbish you get that from. And I know something to back you up. Right? Because
well, you have a phone?
Yes, man, they have.
Well, they can listen to us online from.
I have, but
Oh,
my wife have
Banga.
yeah, my wife have big phone, so we listen.
Yes.
My son listen it by film phone, and when they thing up, we listen it by the telly.
Yes.
And watching it live in a studio.
Yes.
Yeah, man. You know, and that is me tell you the truth. This country could have better off, you know, if we have proper management prior to the whole of the 90s, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good management we did want.
Mm-hmm.
Because what going on now, what that should happen from way back, right? Should have happened from those days, you know, but bad management, right?
Yes.
And my wife work at the hospital too much years, and I know. Then take him off a government thing, put him on Western region.
Uh-huh.
And you know what, sir? When he retire, I'm going to get $80,000 and get it overall, right? And then give her 2,000 and some cent a month till I raise it to 5,000 until then put one up. And every year I listen to the budget. French and raise and they are not going up. Right? So when she call the people in my Western region and give her a run around and can't go nowhere at all. Right? And so me tell her, I say she must go to the labor board. Right? And all her foot mash up now, she can't walk. Right? Have a walk with stick now. Right? And all these things don't get nothing. But me to tell you that if this country, the good management in the 90s, right? We would be better off right now. Right? Would be better off. Right?
Yes.
We wouldn't have to the bill now because we have to borrow every year to pay workers, pay civil servants, pay this, pay that. Now we have to the borrow again because the taxpayer money they do all these little things. Right? And the people them want because to do foolishness again. I wouldn't mind no foolishness and the country continue, for a while. Right? And when they bill, if they want to give somebody else, then give the other person.
Yes.
I will watch them, the people who like a hawk. The country never go reverse. The power reverse must move forward. Right? And that's what we want. Right? So I'm glad you did them. Every day we pray for you, Yeah, man. We pray for you, for God keep you.
Yes, we need it.
Long. Yeah, man. Right? That's some good worker. Really brilliant women and men.
Yes.
Working with you. I mean, notice that you love young people around you. To train them up in the right way. Right? You train them up in the right way and they must not bias. Right? We don't need that.
Yes, sir.
Where right is right because you can't take wrong and turn in a right and right in a wrong.
Right.
Right? Right, sir. And God bless you and I hope you can fix up the thing as fast as possible. Not you, but the public service people.
Yes.
That we can get back the current and hear you live again and watch you. Because sometimes you and George and the recorder will get some joke. And the other guy there, Tyrone. Like when we run joke with each other, though. Encourage one another. Then, and listen Papa Nana all them Monday. And Rick, them come with King, they make you laugh. Papa Nana company showing you that.
Comedy time.
Yes, man. Listen. Yeah, man, I first meet the call you still,
Well, thanks for calling, sir. And you keep on listening.
Yeah, man, you have a nice day.
You too.
Yeah, man.
Good. Let me tell our listeners, I should tell you, Tyrone is off for his summer break. For 3 weeks, Nora? 3 weeks. So, either 3 or 4 weeks. I gather he's traveling all over the world. Yeah? I gather Tyrone is making a trip, a round-the-world trip, with himself and his family for the summer. Paris, Bonn, Tokyo. Where else, Tyrone? Yeah? Well, I don't know. We can get summer break, but we can't afford to travel the world like Tyrone. Yeah. Anyway, someone sent me another message about the power situation. Sir Cliff, Bowden Hill off Eric Castle Road in Stony Hill. No lines or pole is down, but still no light. This is another one for you, JPS. Bowden Hill off Eric Castle Road in Stony Hill. No lines or pole is down, but they have no power in Bowden Hill off Erie Castle Road. Yeah? All right, time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
Carmen's Collection and Furnitureland is having a summer sale. 40 to 50% off on all furniture. The time by Carmen's Collection and Furnitureland. Furnish your home Carmen's way is...
Carmen's time, 11:45.
When last you get good bun, you don't know good bun until you have a mother's bakery bun. From you pull open the wrapper and it's soft so till. A so bun for nice. And from when you take the first bite, love it so till. A so bun for nice. Beg your piece.
Get your own mother's bakery bun.
I will buy one off you.
Yes, but I will charge a convenience fee.
I will take one. Me too.
Mother's Bakery Buns. A so bun for nice. Try them today.
Treatment for drinking water. Following the passage of Hurricane Beryl, members of the public are reminded to treat their drinking water before consumption. Water can be treated by boiling or adding bleach. Here are some tips to help you. For boiling water, water that is boiled for treating should be heated until it comes to a rolling boil, where bubbles continuously come to the surface of the water. Allow water to boil for 1 minute. Cover and let cool. Store water in a clean covered container. For adding bleach, you may also add 3% or 5% household bleach, not bulk bleach, to treat drinking water. Add 2 drops of bleach to 1 quart of water. Mix well and leave for 30 minutes before drinking. For further information, please contact the Health Emergency Operations Center at 888-1-LOVE. That's 888-663-5683.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these.
Welcome back. A former legislator, yeah, and he ought to know, in relation to the caller who wants to mount the one-man protest in front of the Integrity Commission. The former legislator says if he wants to demonstrate at a place, he must first find out if it is included in scheduled premises, because one may not demonstrate at scheduled premises. Parliament is among the scheduled premises. The Integrity Commission is a commission of Parliament, so he would have to find out if it extends there. Otherwise, apply for permission at Halfway Tree, the Halfway Tree Police. Okay, sir? This is the advice of a legislator. Yeah? And he ought to know. You have to find out if the Integrity Commission is a scheduled premises. And if it is a scheduled premises, you can't demonstrate or protest in front of it. But if it is not, you should apply for permission at Halfway Tree. Yeah? Another of our listeners, People Without Power, yeah, sent me this picture. Poles down in Manor Park, waterworks in Manor Park. and you see the poll numbers there, JPS. They say Palomino Terrace in Waterworks, Manor Park. No power. The posts are down. Please beg JPS. Boy, JPS, sorry for you. But a whole heap of your customers begging. Yeah? That's Palomino Terrace in Waterworks in Manor Park. And they sent me the pictures of the posts being down. No power, the posts are down in Palomino Terrace in Waterworks. Yeah? So try and help them. Yeah? 10 minutes going up to noon. Dolores, good morning.
Morning, Cliff. First time on your program.
Welcome, ma'am. Welcome.
I just called to find out if I can get some help through your program.
Oh?
I have eye problem, cataract, and I've been going to KPH from 2016, and I can't get through. They sent me to St. Joseph, 2 appointments there, the 27th of June. When I went there, they told me that the machine is down. I must go and get another date. They give me another date for the 17th of October. When I go back there, they said I must go and get another date. Actually, one of my eye, I cannot see out of it. And the other one, the cataract is taking it up. I can hardly see out of it. And I've been going to KPH from 2016 and can't get through.
And when you say you can't get through, you haven't been able to see an eye doctor?
Yes, I see the eye doctor at KPH, and they do all the tests and everything. And every time the surgery is to be done, they tell me they don't have anything to do it.
Oh, so you don't say you can't get through. Said every time you can't get the surgery done. That's the problem
Right.
now.
But then they are telling me that I have to buy the things for $50,000, which I don't have.
To buy the stuff to do the surgery?
Yes,
How much?
$50,000.
$50,000? Oh.
Yeah, to do the surgery, and I don't have it.
How long they've been telling you this?
From 2016.
Hold on. And I want you to answer me very specifically because I want to raise it with the people at Sarah. Yeah? Mr. Green. So I want you to give me everything and don't miss out anything. You went to KPH first in what year?
From 2016. The 3rd of the 9th, 2016.
The 3rd of September 2016.
Yeah.
Do you recall when you saw the doctor first?
I saw the doctor, at the same appointment that they give me. I saw they put so much paper on the thing with appointments until they tear off and it full up and it tear off and it full up. But I saw the doctor there and I do all the tests and 3 occasions I even do the blood test to do the surgery. And every time they tell me they don't have anything to do the surgery.
And what are those things that they don't have? Did they tell you?
I think it's a lens and the knife and the gel and whatever.
And they would have done the surgery at KPH?
Yes. But now that they are telling me that I have to buy the things for $50,000, which I don't have. So they send me to St. Joseph on 2 occasions to 27th June. And they told me the machine is down. I must go and get another date. I get a date for the 17th of October. When the 17th of October, they call me and tell me I must go and get another date.
That was the 17th of October last year?
This year, 2024.
No, 7th October not come yet.
This is the 17th of October.
Yeah, and we're at the 11th of July.
No, they give me a date now. They give me a date for the 27th of June.
Yes.
And when I went, they said to me that the machine is down.
Yes.
I'm to go and get another date. And I went and get another date for the 17th of October this year.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that if I wait so long until October, then I can't see none at all. So I just call the program to find out if I can get some help from Christopher Tufton or the government or Andrew Owners or somebody.
So you're fearful that by the time the 17th of October come, you will be blind. You won't be able to see out of the eyes.
Exactly.
And you have been going to KPH for the last 8 years.
9 years. 9 years.
9 years.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have they scheduled the surgery and it didn't happen?
Three times.
3 times. Do you remember those dates?
No, because the paper full up and they tear it off and put other papers, and it's full up and they tear it off and put other papers. But it's 3 times I do the blood test there to do the surgery, and they tell me they don't have anything to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I know they send me to St. Joseph, and I still can't get through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know if Christopher Tufton is hearing or the Prime Minister where I can get some help.
Mm-hmm. But you have a date now, again.
Yeah, for the 17th of October.
Your problem is you'd like it to be brought forward.
Yeah.
That is your problem, right?
Yeah, and when the 17th of October come, Clifton will call me and tell me if I go and look another date.
That is your fear. Because that has happened 3 times already.
Yeah.
So I see. That is your fear, ma'am. Wow. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Because you now have a date. Yes? How is the eye? Or how are the eyes doing?
Well, actually, one of them I can't see none at all.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one, it started to get foggy.
Mm-hmm. And 8 years is a long time to be waiting.
Exactly.
Very, very long time.
So I don't know if I can leave my number and if Christopher Tufton hearing, if they can do something for me.
I would say the director of the South East Regional Health Authority, Mr. Green, Mr. Errol Green. Yes, we will take your name and number, ma'am. Yes?
Yeah.
And if the people at Sarah can intervene. This woman says she's been waiting for 8 years. It's cataract you said you have in the eyes?
Yeah.
Right. And she needs to get surgery done on it. Now she has a date for October, and she's fearful that come October she's going to be delayed again. Yeah? Or rescheduled. All right, ma'am. Hold the line for Miss Nora and give her your name and number. Okay. Southeast Regional Health Authority. Mr. Green, can you intervene, please? All right. Well, I tell you. That's it for the morning session. We're going to make way now for the world at noon. We'll be back at 12:30.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see.
Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Stay ahead of the curve with our cutting-edge reporting and accurate breaking news coverage.
We're having an earthquake. Oh, God.
Hear it here first on Nationwide 90 FM.
Is that really Cliff Hughes talking?
Tune in, turn up the volume, and listen. We bring a mix of news, entertainment, and sports to your lives.
Nationwide 90 FM's live and continuous coverage of the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary.
News and discussions week mornings.
Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning.
Entertainment in the afternoons, then news again in the evenings.
Nationwide news at this hour, fired.
Also, tune in to the entertainment and sports shows in the nights and on the weekends.
It is Boy Things After Dark right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
Everything is news, from current affairs and entertainment to sports, business, and other categories.
Nationwide 90 FM. This is Beanie Man. Give it to them. Zaga, Zen.
From every whisper to every commotion.
That's rubbish. The KSAMC cannot investigate itself.
Was Cliff Hughes really talking like that?
Every news story unfolds here first at Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Every sound is a story, and every story we share is news.
Nationwide 90 FM is at it again.
Malay Walker is pulling away another Jamaican win.
Team Revolution will clear every hurdle and sprint to the finish as we cover the games of the 33rd Olympiad from Paris, the city of love.
Here comes Parchment on the outside, all the way under pressure. Handsome Parchment, let's gold! A Jamaican victory in the 110 hurdles.
Nationwide's coverage is powered by our gold sponsor,
Ray and Nephew White Overproof Rum.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
12 o'clock.
It's credible and factual. The world at noon on Nationwide 90 FM.
A very good afternoon to you. I'm Tona Thomas. Coming up in the Nationwide World at noon for this afternoon, Thursday, July 11, 2024. Works Minister Robert Morgan says a Spark program will help with some roads damaged by Hurricane Beryl. Large-scale farmers say it could take as much as 6 months for them to get back into production. Opposition PNP says its members are not implicated in illicit enrichment investigations. There could be soon a school of government in Jamaica. In regional news, Trinidad and Tobago cops fined $4.5 million worth of cocaine and hair products. In international news, the Kenyan president dismisses cabinet ministers after weeks of protests over taxation and poor governance. And in sports, West Indies batsmen continue to struggle against the English bowlers in the first test at Lord's. The details after the break. The Midday News is brought to you by Total Tools. We almost always have it.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. Minister of Works Robert Morgan says the government's $40 billion road rehabilitation program, Spark, will address some of the roads that were damaged during Hurricane Beryl. He says some of the damaged roads were already identified for repairs during Spark consultations.
Some of the roads that have come up in the consultations that we've been doing over the last several months, I think we're now at about 30 constituencies and we're about 300 odd roads that have been suggested by constituents. Some of those roads have been damaged or made worse. So obviously Spark will address some of those roads. Spark process continues. We are now at the procurement stage where the enterprise contractors will be bidding on the 4 packages across the island. Their bids are due, I think, late this month to early August. So that process has not been stalled whatsoever.
Minister Morgan says the government is still pushing to meet its October start date for Spark.
Spark is now more needed than ever based on the damage that Beryl has caused. The government, through the Ministry of Finance and the Prime Minister, will have to make a decision in terms of how we sequence general recovery and Spark. That's a decision that we have to make as a government. But Spark continues. The work will commence as soon as possible. I am pushing for October to have the first equipment put down on the road.
Robert Morgan, Minister of Works, speaking on Nationwide this morning on Thursday. Now, at least 2 large-scale vegetable farmers who were affected by Hurricane Beryl say it will take between 2 weeks and 6 months to get back into production. Lead farmer and technical director at Treasure Beach Hydroponic Farmers in St. Elizabeth, Hopton Singh, and co-founder of Biggs Grow Nature Fresh Farms in Clarendon, Vivian Biggs, spoke on Nationwide this morning. The farmers are part of a network that supplies the tourism and restaurant industries. Dana Davey reports.
Hopton Singh has 2 farms in St. Elizabeth. He practices hydroponics, a technique of growing plants in water-based solutions instead of soil. Mr. Singh says his farm in Beacon in the vicinity of Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth, which consisted of several greenhouses, was destroyed.
We lost 30,000 square feet of greenhouse space flat on the ground, so the entire operation is destroyed.
When you say 30,000 feet, again, I want everybody in on the conversation to have an idea. Give me that relative to the size of a football field.
Okay, it's almost 3/4 of an acre, but it's intensive production, so 30,000 square feet, the yield you get from 30,000 square feet or 3/4 of an acre would probably be 5 times as much as conventional field farming.
He also suffered damage to his farm in Middlesex in the vicinity of Holland Bamboo, where he had 2 greenhouses. Mr. Singh says he has lost some $80 million in investment.
I am looking at about a 6-month period because it's actually stripping them down, disassembling them, straightening out twisted metal, or we had 30,000, we may not be able to build back a 30,000 square foot greenhouse. Maybe a greenhouse half size from what we've salvaged. But the whole process starts over. The grading, the backfill, the construction. I mean, we had somewhere in the vicinity of $80 million in that project when we started up.
Over in Clarendon, Miss Biggs says she and her husband have lost pepper, lettuce, cabbage, and sweet potato. She says it will take them another 2 weeks to get back in the field.
To get back in production, it will take another 2 weeks or thereabout to get the land pre-prepped. You have to remember that because the land is soggy, manual labor is very expensive. So for a tractor to go in, it can't work.
She says they will have to hire at least 25 workers to assist in preparing the land. She says another farmer in the parish who supplies a fast food chain has lost 40 greenhouses.
My neighbor farm, he has about 40 greenhouses and they all ripped up. He's the major farmer here in the area. He actually do the KFC with the coleslaw. That is actually made within my zone here.
For him, he had cabbage in his greenhouses?
He had cabbage on the land and he lost. He ripped some, but he got a major blow, millions.
Both Miss Biggs and Mr. Singh are working to be back into production before the winter tourist season. Preliminary estimates from the Agriculture Ministry indicate that the sector has suffered damage amounting to more than $1 billion. Dana Davey for Nationwide News.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Besesa McKenzie is urging citizens to destroy all potential mosquito breeding sites in and around their surroundings. On Thursday, the Health Ministry issued a statement telling the public to expect an increase in the breeding of mosquitoes. The ministry warned about the danger posed by the Aedes aegypti mosquito, carriers of the dengue virus. That mosquito breeds in anything that can hold water. Some of the common breeding sites for the Aedes aegypti mosquito are drums, tires, buckets, and animal feeding containers. The CMO says members of the public are encouraged to search their surroundings at home and work at least once per week to ensure there is no Aedes aegypti breeding site. She's also encouraging the public to take protective actions to reduce their contact with mosquitoes. Dr. Besesa McKenzie says Jamaica and the Caribbean's high dengue transmission period coincides with the hurricane season annually. She says in anticipation of that, the ministry will activate an enhanced public education program, home inspections, and the destruction of breeding sites by vector control workers, and island-wide fogging by the parish health departments. Opposition leader Mark Golding says none of the 22 parliamentarians representing the People's National Party is being investigated for alleged illicit enrichment. In its 2023-24 annual report tabled in Parliament on Tuesday, the Integrity Commission, IC, said 2 parliamentarians were referred for the alleged breach in the reporting year. The 2 are in addition to the 6 reported in the previous report for 2022-2023. In a statement to the media Wednesday night, Golding said he has consulted with all opposition MPs and senators, and they have all confirmed they are unaware of any such investigation in their name. Mr. Golding says he took similar action last year when the first set of 6 was reported. He says the PNP remains committed to cooperating fully with the IC and supporting its mission to ensure integrity in public life. 205 people have been killed in fatal crashes since the start of the year. In a Thursday morning update, the Road Safety Unit says fatalities decreased by 8%. Motorcyclists account for the highest number of road users killed at 32% since the start of the year. Pedestrians account for 19% of the road users killed. Private motor vehicle drivers follow, accounting for 18% of fatalities. Private motor vehicle passengers account for 11%. Area 1, consisting of Trelawney, St. James, Hanover and Westmoreland, accounts for the highest number of fatalities at 34%. The St. James Police are appealing to individuals named as persons of interest in connection with crimes to turn themselves in. Head of the St. James Police, the Superintendent Aaron Samuels, says that is a better option than being relentlessly pursued by the police. Buttressing his point, Superintendent Samuels says the prime suspect in Tuesday's triple murder in Montego Bay, John Lee Roach, wet himself when he learned that he was to be handed over to the Mobay police from whom he had fled. Roach turned himself into the Trelawney police on Wednesday.
We are happy that he turned himself in, and we are asking that all other suspects in matters, rather than have us pursue you, heed our warning and turn yourself in. The suspect, upon turning himself in, upon hearing that he was to be transported to the St. James Division, we were told that he wet himself, thinking of the thought of the relentless pursuit that we had of him. And we are just informing persons that when you're wanted by the police, we will not stop.
Superintendent Aaron Samuels, head of the St. James Police. He was speaking Wednesday afternoon to announce that Roach was in custody. A school of government in Jamaica. That's what Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark says is needed to help Jamaica craft a generation of leaders in the public service sector. The Finance Minister was speaking on Wednesday at the opening ceremony of the Mind Regional Public Sector Leadership Development Conference held at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel. Minister Clark believes a local institution focused on public service is a better solution to issues affecting the sector.
We can't simply, because of what I've just described, we can't simply take courses from overseas and replicate them here. We have got to develop our own pedagogical approach, develop our own courses here in Jamaica that can respond to our circumstances. And I think the time is apt for us to develop a school of government in Jamaica.
He says that Jamaica should take a page from the book of other countries that trains its public service leaders locally.
The University of the West Indies has a Department of Government, and then we have the Management Institute of National Development. Countries that are successful, as I mentioned, have excellent public administrations. And when you look further, they tend to have institutions that churn out leaders who are adept at navigating the public administrative apparatus in that particular country. When we're finished with all of these reforms, you're going to need special qualifications to be able to navigate. That evidence is before us right now. When we try to take on large procurement projects, we often find that along the way errors are made. And after 6 months, after 9 months, we have to do the procurement again.
Minister Clark says by having an institution focused on public service, Jamaica can create a generation of leaders in the public service.
So with the complex layers of laws, rules, regulations, procedures that have come from our ambitious, multidimensional reform program, we're going to need to specially train our own cadre of future public service leaders. You are twice as good. But to sustain it, the only way we're going to do it is if we have the dedicated educational infrastructure to train public service leaders who are acquainted with their familiarity with the complex layers of laws that govern public service delivery in Jamaica.
Dr. Nigel Clark, Minister of Finance and the Public Service. In regional and international news now, regional news, police in Trinidad and Tobago have seized $4.5 million worth of cocaine hidden in hair products and have arrested a key suspect in connection with the find. On Tuesday, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service said it uncovered the operations of a sophisticated drug trafficking network based in South Trinidad. It said the network allegedly imported illegal narcotics from South America, concealed them within legitimate cargo, and exported them to various international destinations using local courier services. The police service said it received information about an impending narcotics shipment. It said during a surveillance operation, a vehicle was intercepted in the Northeastern Division. The vehicle was searched and several containers of hair cream was found. The police say the product tested positive for cocaine. The volume of cocaine seized was 3.25 kilograms. The driver of the vehicle, a man from Point Fortin, was arrested. International now, Kenyan President William Ruto has sacked almost all of his cabinet ministers and promised to form a new government that will be lean and efficient. In a televised address, the president also dismissed the Attorney General and said ministries will be run by their permanent secretaries. Ruto said the Prime Cabinet Secretary, a key political ally, would remain in office. Ruto's latest move follows weeks of protests over high taxes and poor governance and repeated calls for his resignation. Protesters stormed the parliament on June 25 after a finance bill proposing tax increases was passed. In response, Ruto withdrew the bill and announced austerity measures, including the dissolution of 47 state corporations with overlapping functions and the withdrawal of funding for the First Lady's office, among others. And that's it for local, regional, and international news at 12. Up next, sports.
The Midday News was brought to you by Total Tools. We almost always have it.
On your mark, set, get ready to go. It's time for the True Juice 5K, the one-of-a-kind experience taking you through the beautiful True Juice orchards in Bockwalk, Sunday, July 21, 2024. Register now at truejuice.com. Entry fee only $2,500. Come run, walk, and have fun while raising funds for the Linset Hospital. Follow at True Juice on Instagram for more details.
The Jamaica Observer is always ahead. But did you know we're also number one by far? With over 18 million page views on our website, over 800,000 followers on Instagram, and a following of over 500,000 followers on Twitter.
We're tapping into an audience like no other.
And the numbers don't lie. Contact the Jamaica Observer team today to reach your target audience. Give us a call at 470-9172 to advertise with us.
The number one by far.
you can have it all. Company events, birthday parties, or the wedding of your dreams. It's all possible at Grand Palladium Hotels and Resorts. We have magnificent event rooms and a dedicated team that will make your event the best experience that only Grand Palladium Hotels and Resorts can offer. Contact us at 876-619-0000 or call your favorite travel agency and ask about our promotion designed especially for you.
Nationwide 90 FM is at it again.
Malay Walker is pulling away another Jamaican win.
Team Revolution will clear every hurdle and sprint to the finish as we cover the games of the 33rd Olympiad from Paris, the city of love.
Here comes Parchment on the outside. Holloway under pressure. Handsome Parchment. Let's gold. A Jamaican victory in the 110 hurdles.
Nationwide's coverage is powered by our gold sponsor,
Ray and Nephew White Overproof Rum.
You're officially invited to the grand opening of Bodyscape Spa and Grooming Club on Friday, July 12 at 1 p.m. Visit 34A Mannings Hill Road or tune in to a special edition of the E-Zone from 1 to 3 p.m. for the celebration, unveiling, and ribbon cutting. Embrace the tropical theme by showing out in your favorite shade of green. Watch the E-Zone tour the spa facilities on our YouTube channel at Nationwide 90 FM Live. The grand opening promises live music, entertainment, exclusive opening day discounts on spa services, and so much more. Let your taste buds dance with catering offered by world-renowned chef Brian Lumley. So don't miss the live and special broadcast of the E-Zone from 1 to 3 p.m. on July 12, 2024. Catch them at 34A Mannings Hill Road, Kingston. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by Bodyscape Spa and Grooming Club.
From the Nationwide News Network, comprehensive, up-to-the-minute local and international sports news. This is the Nationwide Sports at Noon.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to your midday sports report here on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm Wayne Walker. The West Indies are staring at a heavy defeat against England in the first test at Lords. At sports time on day 2, they were 75 for 5, batting a second time. Captain Craig Brathwaite, 4. Mikael Lewy, 14. Kirk McKenzie, a duck. Alec Athenaeus, 22. And Kavem Hodge, 4, are the men back in the pavilion. The West Indies they're still behind by 125 runs. Jason Holder, 18. And Joshua Da Silva, 6 are the not-out batsmen. James Anderson and Ben Stokes have so far taken 2 wickets apiece. Earlier, England took a 200-run lead after being bowled out for 371 in their first innings. They resumed on 189 for 3 today. Zach Crowley, 76. Ollie Pope, 57. Joe Root, 68. Harry Brook, 50. And Jamie Smith, 70. The leading batters for England. Jaden Seals took 4 wickets for the West Indies. Score so far in the game, the West Indies 121 all out and 75 for 5. England 375 all out. Jamaica under-19 women reached 18 for 2 at sports time against the Leeward Islands in the West Indies Rising Stars Women's Championship at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Krishana McKenzie, 2, and Abigail Bryce, 9, are the not-out batters. Earlier, the Leewards made 124 for 6 in their 20 overs. Captain Jazara Claxton made 29. Olympic champion Hansel Parchment will be defending his title in Paris after finishing 3rd in the 110-meter hurdles at the National Championship. Parchment posted 13.19 seconds in the final at the championship. He believes that he could have gone faster if he had not looked across the lanes at his opponents.
I made a few mistakes over the course of the race, but over the race, I'm on the team, so I'm very happy with that. I think I should not have looked across. I should have just kept my head forward and keep driving to the line. But as I said, thankful for a good race. Looking forward to the Olympics. I have, and I will definitely use the time as wisely as possible so that I will be ready in time.
Hansel Parchment. Meanwhile, Orlando Bennett will be making his first Olympic appearance. Bennett finished 2nd at the championship in 13.18 seconds, the same time as the winner, Rashid Broadbell. Bennett says the adjustments he made to his technique early in the season paid off.
I've made so many World Champs team. It's still surreal to me that this is my first Olympic team. This is my fourth national team representing Jamaica, and I'm just truly grateful. Early season actually was trying the 7 steps and it wasn't working out for me. I went to indoors and I just reevaluated. Went to my coach. We just worked on it. Got better. Got advice from Coach Mills, my friends around me. So it was a work in progress, and I'm just grateful. As always, I'm going to go there and do my best. Really want to make a final, major final. That's on my bucket list. So that's my aim as always. Go back to the drawing board, refocus, and just come again.
That's Orlando Bennett. 3 national champions will be on show on the 9th stop on the Wonder Diamond League circuit tomorrow, and that's in Monaco in the French Principality. Rashid Broadbell, the national champion in the sprint hurdles for men, he'll be in action, and you can expect some good competition from the reigning world champion and the favorite going into Paris, Grant Holloway. Malik James King will line up in the men's 400 meters hurdles. Shanika Ricketts will be the standard bearer in the women's triple jump. Meanwhile, Andrew Hudson, the former 200 meters national champion, will run in his pet event. Legendary coach Glenn Mills says Olympic double sprint champ Elaine Thompson-Hera has been a great ambassador for the country through track and field. Mills says Thompson-Hera's performances over the years have established her as one of the best sprinters of all times. Thompson-Hera was hoping to become the first woman and only the second person in history behind Usain Bolt to win the sprint double at 3 consecutive Olympic Games. However, the 32-year-old will not be able to defend her title due to injury, and Mills says injury may have robbed the world itself of a piece of history.
Unfortunately, she seems to be plagued with injury at this part of her career, and she has not been able to recapture the glory days that she had. Unfortunately, she is unable to defend her Olympic crown, and all I can say is that I hope that she'll be able to get the kind of medical expertise that would be able to get her better and to get her back to where she can capture where she was. But it seems to be going to be a very difficult task ahead.
That's the Honorable Glenn Mills. Colombia beat Uruguay 1-0 in a bad-tempered semi-final in North Carolina on Wednesday night to book their place in Sunday's Copa America final. Jefferson Lerma scored the lone goal in 39 minutes. The Colombians will face defending champions Argentina in the championship final in Miami on Sunday. Meanwhile, Liverpool football player Darwin Núñez was involved in an altercation with spectators. Bodybuilders Brianna Johnson and Lacola Newman say their triumph at the recent JABBFA Novice, Junior, Classic and Elite Bodybuilding Championships have increased their appetite for more victories. Johnson was the winner of the Junior Bikini Wellness and Novice Bikini Wellness categories. The 22-year-old operations manager at Dealport, Jamaica, is already planning her route to international recognition.
For sure. I'm thinking about the next show that's in August. Definitely will be going to nationals. That's in September. Hoping I get invited to the invitationals. For me, my big goal is actually to become a pro athlete. So for sure, putting in the work continuously. I'm in the gym every day, 5 times a week. Maybe 2 to 3 hours. So for me, it's really, as Lacola said, it's my solace. It's the place where I go to, I feel most at peace. I love working out. So that for me was maybe one of the least difficult thing for me, to go in the gym every day, put in the work. I enjoy that. So for sure, you will definitely be seeing me on the stage September.
Brianna Johnson, meanwhile, Newman was the winner of the Novice Women's Physique. The 29-year-old described herself as humble but hungry.
I'll be doing the nationals this September. I guess it depends on how you place. You get invited to the invitationals. Apart from that, I'm just loving being in the gym. It's always been a hobby of me. It's always been an escape for me. It's always been therapeutic. So for right now, that's where my head is at. I am thinking about powerlifting next year. Well, let's see how that goes. I want to get stronger.
That's Lacola Newman. And it's now time for the Nationwide Olympic Fact. It's sponsored by Juicy Patties.
This is Nationwide's Olympic Facts. Brought to you by Juicy Patties, serious Jamaican food.
Did you know
that only one of the 88 medals won by Jamaican athletes in Olympic history has come outside track and field? Yes, that's a fact. At 23 years old, David Weller won bronze in the men's 1 kilometer cycling time trial at the 1980 Games in Moscow.
That was Nationwide's Olympic Facts. Brought to you by Juicy Patties, serious Jamaican food.
So we've got 15 days to go before the start of the games of the 33rd Olympiad in the French capital. It's going to be a Friday afternoon at the opening ceremony, and we set sail for 18 days thereafter of sheer magic in terms of sport. 41 sporting discipline. Of course, the all-important athletics will get underway on August 1. I suppose a lot of people, for them, the Olympics start when the athletics start, but they're going to be 1 week of competition elsewhere. Swimming, basketball. I mean, the big names in the NBA are going to be there. Jamaica will be participating in, diving, Unite Wisdom. So yeah, it's 18 days of massive action. But of course, we understand because of our dominance in athletics. All right, a quick update before we go from the first test match, the second day of it. And the West Indies at the minute batting a second time. They're 79 for 5. And England were bowled out for 371. So the West Indies, they trail by 171 at the moment. 79 for 5. Jason Holder unbeaten on 20 so far. So it does look as if England are en route to an early and a heavy victory over the West Indies. All right, I will do it for your midday sports report here on Nationwide 90 FM. Sports is going to be back on this station at 5:25 this afternoon. Until then, I'm Wayne Walker. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
On July 18 and 19, Privacy and Legal Management Consultants Limited will show you how to take control of your data with top-notch privatization solutions offered at their Prioritizing Privacy Conference. This conference is dedicated to informing the public about the latest innovations and best practices in data privacy. Cliff Hughes Online will broadcast live from the conference on July 18 and 19 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Tune in for insightful discussions with speakers from Trinidad, Barbados, the United Kingdom, and Jamaica, and explore the future of data protection. You don't want to miss this. That's a live broadcast of the Prioritizing Privacy Conference on July 18 and 19 during Cliff Hughes Online, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by Privacy and Legal Management Consultants.
Fearless and fair, Nationwide 90 FM.
To recap our top stories making the nationwide world at noon, Works Minister Robert Morgan says a Spark program will help with some roads damaged by Hurricane Beryl. Larger-scale farmers say it could take as much as 6 months for them to get back into production. Opposition PNP says its members not implicated in illicit enrichment investigations. Finance Ministry proposes establishment of School of Government. I'm Tona Thomas. You can find the news on our website at nationwideradiojm.com and on the Nationwide app, available on Google Play and the App Store. Major news next at 5.
Come into the parlor, there's a welcome there for you.
Welcome to the Mayor's Parlor with Desmond McKenzie.
From 1 to 6 p.m. every Sunday, you'll now get more of your favorite vintage music.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Nationwide 90 FM will transform your Sunday into a musical time machine that will take you way back.
Come on, let's go back in time.
this magic moment.
Journey into yesteryear with Desmond McKenzie in the Mayor's Parlor.
I've got the music to jog your memory and make you smile.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the best in vintage music.
Coming to the Mayor's Parlor every Sunday between 1 and 6 p.m. Here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
You're officially invited to the grand opening of Bodyscape Spa and Grooming Club on Friday, July 12 at 1 p.m. Visit 34A Mannings Hill Road or tune in to a special edition of the E-Zone from 1 to 3 p.m. for the celebration, unveiling, and ribbon cutting. Embrace the tropical theme by showing out in your favorite shade of green. Watch the E-Zone tour the spa facilities on our YouTube channel at Nationwide 90 FM Live. The grand opening promises live music, entertainment, exclusive opening day discounts on spa services, and so much more. Let your taste buds dance with catering offered by world-renowned chef Brian Lumley. So don't miss the live and special broadcast of the E-Zone from 1 to 3 p.m. on July 12, 2024. Catch them at 34A Mannings Hill Road, Kingston. All this and more only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by Bodyscape Spa and Grooming Club.
Outperform, outlast, with top performance, Jackama, reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electricians. Fancy select tools, free parts and free repairs. 3 parts, free repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61114. Delta Supply. We service what we sell.
Timeline with the stinger, Honey Bee.
Timeline is brought to you by Spirits Expression Sports Lounge at Shop 44 to 45 Harbor City Mall, Montego Bay. Have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner while enjoying our breathtaking ocean view, because life is beautiful.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Thank you so much for staying with us here on Cliff Hughes Online. It's all about what's trending on the timeline now. Yes, with Honeybee. Good afternoon, Honeybee.
Good afternoon, Cliff. How are you doing today?
I'm good. You?
Excellent. I'm very well.
Good.
Thank you. All right, let's dive in. Ryan King slapped with a gun, ammo charges in New York.
Oh?
Yeah. Now, dancehall artist Ryan King has been arrested in New York on weapon possession charges. According to New York State Court records, the charges include criminal possession of a weapon in the 2nd degree, loaded firearm, criminal possession of a weapon in the 3rd degree, ammo clips, possession of an ammunition feeding device, and criminal possession of a weapon in the 4th degree. Dancehall Mag shared that the 29-year-old artist, whose real name is Matthew Smith, was arrested by the NYPD 113th Precinct's Midnight Public Safety Team on Monday, July 8. The circumstances of the arrest are unclear, but a source told Dancehall Mag that King was with other men who were also arrested. He was arraigned on the charges to which he pleaded not guilty. His first court appearance is scheduled for Friday, July 12 at 9 a.m. in the Queens Supreme Criminal Court. In New York, criminal possession of a loaded firearm, the top charge, carries a statutory minimum required sentence of 3.5 years in prison. Typically, for someone with no previous criminal record, the maximum sentence is 15 years. Now, Mr. You may remember Ryan King. Yes. And he's still bound to a wheelchair. So me want to know what he might do. You understand what I say? Imagine.
With a gun?
Exactly.
With a gun can't put in the wheelchair.
True. But, no, you're supposed to... Therapy, okay?
Oh, he's undergoing therapy?
Yes, he's undergoing therapy. He migrated to see some of the best orthopedic surgeons and just, to see if he can get himself to a place where he can walk again.
Oh.
And yeah, scroll around with gun?
Where they found him?
In New York.
Where in New York? Was it?
It doesn't say specifically. Let me see here. But apparently he was with some other men, and those men too were arrested. We can't. Why? He just released a song with Damian Marley the other day, which I think it was a good, solid, like a prolific song. I mean, I said, "War Ragging King, things are going," and now this.
Well.
Oh well. I mean, I wish you all the best, right?
Let's await the outcome of the case.
Yes, indeed. Now, Spice. Spice unveils Mirror 25 album cover on Good Morning America. The Queen of Dancehall unveiled Spice a big deal, Mr. Hughes. It's a big thing. It's not a small thing. The Queen of Dancehall unveiled the cover for her third album, Mirror 25, on ABC's Good Morning America yesterday. She also announced that the 25-track project, so big project, executively produced by herself via Spice Official Entertainment and distributed through Empire, is set for release on August 9, 2024. During her GMA3 interview, Spice revealed that Mirror 25 will provide insight into her 25-year journey in the industry. So she's celebrating 25 years, and that's, also the reason why she named the album Mirror 25. From a young adult to the Grammy-nominated star that she has become. Now, Mirror 25 comes after her debut Grammy-nominated album 10 and her sophomore project Emancipated. We have a snippet of the interview. Let's throw to it.
That was a snippet of the new single Round from Busta Rhymes and the reigning queen of dancehall and Grammy-nominated artist, Spice.
She is rocking, and her loyal fan base adores her for her attention-grabbing stunts, and as you can see, staying true to the color blue. We love the elements of blue today. So good to see you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
25 years where?
Wow, I know, that's right. I started when I was early. It's not because I'm old. I started when I was young. So I started from 1999.
Wow.
And every day I'm like, wow, 25 years is a long time. It's not a small thing, it's a big thing.
It's a big thing.
Yes.
I like that. So Mirror 25.
Yes.
That's the name of the new album.
Mirror 25.
What are you reflecting on? Tell us about it.
I'm kind of reflecting on all the things that I've managed to overcome. Being in the business for 25 years, it's an ever-growing business, a male-dominated business. So to be there for 25 years, I know that I've had a lot of things that I've overcome. So I'm kind of reflecting on it and just looking at myself in the future. Where do I go from here? I've done so much things, so many accolades. So I'm just kind of, reflecting on everything that I overcame.
When you look back to that young woman 25 years ago, 1999, what advice would you give to her?
That's a good question.
I probably would have told her that people are going to come at you. Do not answer, because I answer them a lot.
Ignore.
Yes.
Keep moving.
I know. I probably would have told her that because.
Yes, Spice has been in the industry for 25 years, and Mirror 25 will be out in August. As you can see, I don't know if you saw the cover, Mr. Hughes.
Yes.
You see her standing there. You see the derriere? She's definitely reflecting on that. That has definitely grown over the 25 years.
Wow.
But Spice has done great things in the industry, and she keeps doing great things. So looking forward to hearing this 25-track project. Can you imagine 25 songs?
Yeah, that's big.
And if 2085T caused so much uproar, I don't want to see what the rest is going to do. Okay.
But to make it on Good Morning America is an achievement in itself.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Remember Spice on Foreign TV, she's a part of, Love and Hip Hop and all these things.
Oh, yes.
So
yes.
She's rooted herself into the American stratosphere.
Okay.
She's a part of the culture there now.
Okay. Good.
All right, moving on. It's almost that time. 10 finalists in the Jamaica Festival Song Competition 2024 will compete at the results show scheduled to take place at the Jamaica College Auditorium, 189 Hope Road, Kingston, on Saturday, July 13, beginning at 8:30 p.m. The show is free and open to the public. More than $3 million in cash and prizes will be awarded to the winner of the competition, who will also earn the prestigious title of the 2024 2024 Jamaica Festival Song winner. Now, this year, Jamaica is commemorating its 62nd anniversary of independence, having achieved independence on August 6, 1962. The winner of the contest will be determined by a combination of the verdict of a panel of judges and public voting. Mr. Hughes, have you voted yet?
No.
Which began after a
Well, you know
live
who may
present.
vote for, right?
Of course, easily. Which began after a live presentation show held on television.
Vote Pepita.
Jamaica. Yes. Oh, and by the way, all the contestants will be here later during the E-Zone. We'll be, doing a little speed interview with them. They'll be passing through between 3:30 to 4:30.
Okay.
Telling us about their song and announcing their voting numbers and so on.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it sounds like it's going to be an exciting evening. I'm going to be there representing and, supporting Pepita.
Very well.
Yes, let's see where the
How
night
many
goes.
times we can vote?
As many times as you want. The amount of
Alright.
times me vote already.
Yeah?
Yes. But just cut and paste. Yeah, just put some credit for your phone.
How
and
much
just
does it
vote,
cost
vote.
you?
$20 per vote.
Okay.
$20
Alright.
per vote. So
We'll do
as
some
it
fundraising.
yes, so as it winds down, and I think the hardest part of it too is just doing the actual voting. You see, if it was a situation where you could just send some money to like an account or something, and then that just registers as the amount of vote, but you
Right.
have to sit and manually do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just have to get some minions to help you.
Well, Pepita all the way.
Yes, with We Are Jamaicans, and you'll get a chance to hear from the other contestants later on as
And let
well.
me declare my bias.
Me declare it, family. Me declare it.
Okay.
Every day we declare it. People know what's going on. Okay, people know. Nora, did you get those videos that I sent you? Yes. So the social media, during these trying times in American politics is reflecting on what it felt like to have a black president. Yes. So I don't know if you've seen this video. I don't know if you know Key and Peele. So
No.
Key and Peele are these comedians on YouTube. They used to put out content together, and they're hilarious. And they've done quite a few renditions of Obama. And they did one where he's sort of just going through a room and saying hello to everybody. He had the style of just shaking everybody's hand and going around the room.
Uh-huh.
But when he got to the black people, he changed. He's so. And then they found an actual clip of him doing the very same thing, like
Yeah?
Obama. Yeah. So we're gonna share these with you. So first we're gonna show you Key and Peele, and then we'll show you the Obama clip.
Rourke. Nice to meet you, John. Mr. Ian Roberts. Nice to meet you. Peter Tencio. All right. Nice to meet you. Jerome Smith. Come on, brother. What's up, fam? You know this. Heath Williamson. Nice to meet you. Mary
All right.
Woodbury. Nice to meet you. Jay Martell. Nice to meet you, sir. Tasha Robinson. Come on. Feel that? Emily George. All right. Nice to meet you. Daryl Stokes. Come on. What's up, fam? How you doing? Never forget about that, because that's all we got. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. All right. Oh, bring it in. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Yeah. Nice to meet you. All right. Nice to meet you. All right. Nice to meet you. 1/8 black. Afternoon, my octoroon. Come on, bring it in there. Tuck that.
Yeah, I'm in there, dog. I'm in there, dog. I'm in there, dog.
You tucking
I'm
it in there?
dog.
What you tuck, though? What you tuck, though? You tuck it?
The one who is acting like Obama.
Uh-huh.
That's Peele, and the last person he hugged when people say he's 1/8 black
Yes.
is Key.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's their family names, but the truth is they're actually both mixed race.
Mhm.
Yes, they're actually both mixed race. Okay.
But the point is made.
Point is very much made.
Yeah.
And then the internet, which never fails, came across this clip of Obama in real life greeting some people, some basketballers and coaches.
Good to see you, man.
Got my vote.
All right.
They meant to come in because they don't want to be left out. But it's just the warmth of black people
Mhm.
demonstrated here. Once again
Fam.
by Obama family,
Yeah.
family. But some people look at it and and say it's sort of. I mean, people in America always maintain that black people can't be racist, and we do know that that's in and of itself doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but definitely black people are racial in a lot of ways, in the way that we relate to each other, different from how we relate to other races.
Yes.
One of the things I remember living in Japan, I don't know, and tell me if I'm wrong, okay? So I would be walking in the streets, and I'd be walking in Tokyo and so on, and I'd see a black person. And one of the things that I noticed that black people do is that they will nod or they'll say hi to each other, even if you don't know each other. But I just find that to be, I don't know, it's just like, why am I saying, just because you're black, why am I not saying hello to everybody? So usually when I'd see black people, I just act like I don't see them.
Really?
Yes, because it just felt so weird to me to say hi to you because you're black.
No, but the dynamic is the cultural space that you are a minority, a small minority.
Yes.
In a Japanese country.
Yes.
Right? And to see a black person in Japan is rather rare.
It's rare.
And
Very
it is
special.
because of that very fact. When you see another black person, yes, you feel a connection, a bond.
No, you do.
Exactly. So that's where the look, the nod, the hi,
the I see you,
yeah.
hey sister, hey brother.
Yeah, that's
it
where
just
it's
felt
born.
racist. I don't know. Okay, so when I went to Japan first, my first year I was placed in a city called Minamisoma. Mr. Hughes, I'm telling you, for the first time in the extent of my 30 years at that time, I've never gone so long without seeing a black person. There was no other black person in the city of Minamisoma. I felt like my eyes, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was it's like everywhere I looked, everything was just gray because they don't really use a lot of colors in terms of like their buildings and everything. So everything just sort of looked uniformed and just very organized and just, you know what I mean? And everyone would stare at me, obviously, because I'm popping out. I'm in the supermarket. The kids are like pointing at me.
You're rare.
Because they've never seen a black person before either. So like that was a really difficult time in my life because I mean, growing up in a black country, going to somewhere else and not seeing a black person for months on end.
Wow.
I didn't think I could survive. You know, it was a really, really hard time.
That's why you should have reacted when you see.
I understand. But then,
when you see the black person, you say, yes, finally.
So the first time I did see a black girl, my eyes and my heart was full.
Yes.
Like I was like, oh my God, like it was just beauty to my eyes.
Yeah.
But then when I started going to Tokyo more and I started seeing a lot more black people and whatever, it just felt very strange that I'm just looking at you and saying hi to you just because you're black.
No, it's not because you're black. It's because of that cultural dynamic.
I know, it's the connection. But I would just be like this, like, see me?
You're trying to be politically
I was
correct.
just trying to be, just trying to just treat everyone equally, okay?
Yeah.
But
so you had many more black people in Tokyo.
Tokyo is a multiracial city, so you do find a lot of different people from all over the world living there, and there's just a lot more. And then you have like communities, like Jamaican communities. They have just gatherings and stuff like that. And people do these things to help to make themselves feel sane or to indulge in their culture. You know, cook their own food, listen to music, and all that, because you do feel separated and eventually start feeling rather different, you know, when you've lived away from your people for so long. What time is it
there now?
So they're 12 hours ahead of us. It's what now?
It's
12:51. So it's pretty much
1:51.
Yeah. 1:51 a.m.
Yeah. So let me say good morning to Stevie Ann Simmons.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Who is Stevie Ann Simmons?
Stevie Ann used to work here as a reporter, producer. Yes, and she's now living and working in Japan. Yeah, Stevie Ann.
What is she doing there?
What is Stevie Ann doing there? She's teaching. Yeah, she's teaching
English. And there's also Lige too.
Lige Tafari, who was here for a little while.
He was on our show too the other day. And a lot of these people, Mr. Hughes, they're not coming back, A lot of Jamaican teachers I've met there, they're not coming back.
Why?
Because they just get used to the ease of life there. Ease? Yeah, it's pretty easy to live and to to be able to afford certain things and to afford a sensible standard of living and to have health care and to save and to travel. Very easy to travel the world from there.
Okay.
So a lot of people just get used to that and they just don't see themselves ever returning to fighting it out in the trenches with the rest of us.
I've been there once, and let me tell you something. I'm afraid of Japan.
You told me when we met for the first time, do you remember? You
Yes.
told me the story of when you got there and you went to take a shower and then there was the earthquake.
Oh, God.
Oh, my word.
Traveling for about 12, 14 hours. And you get into your room and you just start strip. And you want to go shower.
Yeah, because it's just, all of that on you.
Yeah. And the building start shake. Nope. Me no want to live at them places.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, man, it's you do get used to it, though. It becomes commonplace because it happens
What do you
so
say?
frequently. It's like for you to have a reaction to every single one. I mean, really, you'd be having to go to the doctor too often. You'd be anxious every single moment of your life. Might as well just relax because Mr. Hughes, it can happen any minute and at any time. And yeah, of course you don't know.
So you got adjusted.
Yes, and of
To
course
the earthquake.
Yes.
Oh.
And you don't know when it's gonna be the real deal, obviously, but you have to just wait until it look real. You're like, oh, okay, this one isn't stopping. Okay, here we go. Yeah.
But I suppose they have become very earthquake resilient.
Yeah, man.
In terms of the infrastructure.
Infrastructure,
and way of
definitely,
life.
because the buildings are able to sort of flex
Sway.
and sway
Yeah.
like that. And the newer buildings too are just really, really well done in term. And they get a lot of typhoons too. And I was telling
Yes.
you about the shutters and everything that you can just
Uh-huh.
pull down. But they've done really well for themselves. My first experience though with a quake, I was just losing it. Okay, and the teacher beside me, she was like, "I don't care." I was like, "Excuse me." Well, she's Japanese, but what
Yeah.
her command of English wasn't, very, very good. What she was trying to say is that, she isn't. It's okay. You
Yes.
know, she isn't bothered by it. You know, but I was just like,
No, sir. Can't get used to it. All right. Thank you, Honeybee. That's how we're going to leave it for today. Thank you so much. Yeah, for all that's trending on the timeline. We're going to say thanks to our YouTubers, our WhatsAppers, and our tweets. Thank you all. And our callers, our producer, Norige Banton, and of course, Kevin Williams, our technical operator. See you tomorrow morning at 10.
Timeline was brought to you by Spirits Expression Sports Lounge at Shop 44 to 45 Harbor City Mall, Montego Bay. Have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner while enjoying our breathtaking ocean view because life is beautiful.
You've just heard Cliff Hughes Online on Nationwide 90 FM. Join Cliff Monday to Thursdays between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. for Cliff Hughes Online.
Like a rock. My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me.
Welcome to Oasis. Stop by for a refreshing drink as we share the Pauline letters, as relevant to us now as they were to those to whom they were addressed in the Apostle Paul